Welcome to Subjectively Correct, episode 14 or 15, maybe. It's one of
14,
the two.
14, episode 14.
14! We are at episode 14. It's the off season, whatever that means. It's kind of insane that we have an entertainment off season, but you know what? When
Yeah, kind of
Hollywood
seems
sucks,
like there should be stuff coming out year round, but whatever.
when Hollywood sucks, they still have not recovered from their strikes, and they're probably heading towards another strike because they signed like a 3-year deal at the last strike. So, they won't survive that. But like we've been hunting around for some stuff to find, and this one came to me yesterday. So we are gonna be doing a Clone Wars arc tier list. It is some random guy's arc. He named the arcs, to my understanding. So if we don't, we have a don't remember category in case it's just like so bad that we don't remember anything about it. We're just like, let's just put it in don't remember. So we're gonna do that. Before that, there's a little bit of news. Oh, I didn't even think about this. Did you see the TwitchCon thing that the thing that happened at TwitchCon? I know you're not. No, I know it's can't. You're telling me you don't keep up with Twitch streamers every daily occurrence, and you're not a big. You weren't at TwitchCon, bro.
I was not at TwitchCon, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I didn't even know this happened until like a couple days ago. But it was like, so have you ever heard of the streamer Imaru? She's like one of those. She's just kind of like the. You remember the old that like Among Us crew that was always around during COVID and like.
Yeah.
I think she's kind of part of that group. I know she was in OTK, which was an org that had like I think Schlatt was involved in that, and my streamer knowledge isn't super up to date. I know more than you, but I don't know. I'm not. I like will sometimes watch one person on Twitch, so that's like my extent of my streamer knowledge. So anyway, she was doing a thing at TwitchCon. There's a video out there, and I guess I could try.
Oh no, shit! I did see that. The one that got like attacked.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, like a dude just barged through the security and just like tried to kiss her. And it was like, and then like the security guard like rolled up and shoved him, and then that was it. And then like later, apparently she tried to like report it to Twitch, and they were like, "Don't worry, we banned him for 30 days."
It's like what? Don't worry, he won't be able to find you for a month. You're good.
No, because he's just banned from using Twitch for 30 days. And if that's anything like how I understand Twitch bans to work, which it may or may not, is you just means you can't chat, and you can just make a new one. I know when you get banned from other channels, you get banned from their chat, so maybe that's not how the. But yeah, you could definitely just make a new account.
Yeah, I mean, you could just. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, call me controversial. I tend to think sexual assaulters probably should go to jail.
Typically, yeah, I think they should.
Their CEO.
Kind of a hot take, but.
Their CEOs, he might be a big fan of the old sexual assault and exploiting. Allegedly, I think he's a bit of a weirdo and a loser. Like, shocker, a company owned by Amazon has a weird CEO. But yeah, it's just the video itself is crazy, but it's like I just saw that a lot. And I was kind of like, I just gotta. It's like that guy got like he just in a meet and greet, he just barged through security and just tried to make out with some. First off, parasocial relationships are a problem. That's a whole other topic. But like, yeah, it's just like that guy should have been shot on the spot. Like,
should have gotten the shit beat out of him.
At least that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was just crazy. I remember seeing like the guy that was standing next to her, just standing there like.
Okay, I don't blame that.
It's
guy.
like
that was an insane moment.
I don't blame that guy because it's crazy and he's like a fat nerd.
And there's no way, but there's no way for him to even know that's what was happening.
Yeah.
Because it almost looks like and I think she said this. This could be complete wrong, but I heard someone say she said this. Apparently, she thought it was like a staff member coming up to whisper something in her ear or something.
Which he was moving kind of quick, but like that makes sense.
Well,
in the moment, that makes sense, like what you would think.
That would definitely be what that guy would maybe think. Like me personally, if I was at some meet and greet, I wouldn't be at some tiny streamer Asian chicks meet and greet thing, but that's just me.
I go outside, so
yeah. it's hard to enjoy Twitch streams. Like I said, there's like one guy I will sometimes watch on Twitch, and that's exclusively because he's a former Call of Duty pro. Like I would never be on Twitch otherwise. But two technically, but one of them is just he's not even been streaming. He's on a break. He was always streaming during my lunch break. I just put that on while I slept. That's good background noise for my nap. But other than that, like, Twitch is a really weird platform that just loses money constantly. And like, so that guy being there is like, if someone quickly is walking up to this person who is, because you're not a parasocial freak like the other guy, your first thought is, oh, this person definitely knows her and has something urgent to tell her or something. Or your not first thought is, he's going in for a kiss.
Yeah, in front of like 100 people
Hold
in
on.
security.
This is gonna be a sexual assault, and then you
That's
just
fair.
Okay, this guy couldn't do it, but if it was say you, and you just like if it was a staff member, you just beat the snot out of like her manager or something because you're, and then they're like, "What's wrong with you?" And you're like,
I thought he was gonna
It was sexual assault."
Yeah, but dude, I don't know. As a guy, like, as soon as you realize that's what's happening, you gotta.
There was enough time after, so like there was an extent. But even if he was a little caught off guard for a second, and
then you go, "Oh,
I don't."
And then
I feel like people really started dogpiling on that guy, and I was kind of like,
I mean,
okay, first of all, let's be real. He couldn't do anything.
He couldn't do anything.
Second of all, I don't know how he was supposed to react. That would be the most confusing sequence of events ever.
Yeah, I'm not blaming that guy. I'm just saying, like,
now if she was sitting there like, no, stop, I don't know you. You're trying to sexually assault me, and then he goes, then I'd have an issue. But like then you would be like, okay, why are you just trying to beat the snot out of that guy? And also for that guy, like that was your moment, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite,
bro. If
your favorite Twitch streamer's under attack.
The girl you've been sitting in your parents' basement watching, having a crush on for 5 years, you have your chance to be the knight in shining armor, and you're like,
yeah. And look, there's a lot of other female streamers out there who are like the worst people on the internet. From everything I've ever seen from Emmer, she seems like she's one of the few like legit people on Twitch who like isn't. I know she was friends with Asmongold and them, and obviously Asmongold's like a controversial name now, and for whatever he does political streams now, so there's a lot of people disagree with her, especially she being an Asian streamer, and this isn't even racist. This is just how they move. They all are friends with each other if they're Asian. Like that is like the requirement.
Yeah,
that is the requirement. like it's that's like a Pokimane and Valkyrie, and like Ludwig is just friends with all of them, but Ludwig's always moving around. But like that's the requirement. You got to be Asian. They don't accept other people into the group if they're not Asian. So I don't know. Maybe I'm being way too generalized, but I believe she's friends. Maybe I'm just racist and they all look the same and something. And I'm not saying all Asian people look the same. I'm saying all female, skinny, Asian-looking Twitch streamers look the same.
That was a good save.
And you can't.
That was a good.
It's the honest truth. But she I think hasn't like completely cut out all her old friends just to save face on Twitch. So it's like, shouldn't happen to anyone, but And bro, like 30-day, if it was Pokimane who this happened to, bro, Dan Clancy, the CEO, would have executed that guy on stage. He would have made it a live thing. Like, she's like their poster child for pushing that stuff. So that was just something insane that I literally just thought about.
30-day ban is just crazy, bro. Like,
I think after she pushed for a little bit, they made it an indefinite ban.
Bro, like what? Okay, they'll make another account. It doesn't. It's so dumb.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to news we're a bit more versed in, which is the rise of Skywalker. So, Jake didn't know the budget. They officially released the budget. Now, well, I believe it's tax documents. And this headline isn't fully the amount. I don't think. So the real reason we know. Normally it's hide behind true cost. Remember, Captain America Brave New World cost $17 and a get out of jail free card. That was how much Falcon Captain America. I can't ever remember the name. Brave New World cost, and a movie that was the like setup punch for me starting YouTube stuff because Daredevil was so bad. But because it's in the UK, they have to release tax documents.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the real number. So the total cost was $593.7 million. They get $103 million in a tax rebate, which means it's 489.9. So that's a $1.7 billion box office. It made $520 million, bro.
Is that including advertising and stuff though?
No, and I'm making the Twitter joke of like me see number higher than other number, and I'm like, it made money.
It made money, bro. They didn't have to pay for advertising or theater costs,
you know, the theater just does it for free out of charity. They don't.
Yeah, theaters just show movies for free. They're notorious for doing that.
They go on to explain that here. So at first glance, sounds like wildly profitable. Theaters typically keep about half the sales using the industry standard 50-50 split, which is not quite the real number. It's close to 50-50, I believe, in the US. It's 40. I can't remember the number. It's like I know it's 40% international and it's like 25% China. Is how the split goes. So that means Disney's code would have been $538.5 million, meaning it made, bro, $48.6 million. We're in the.
That's a lot of money.
Especially considering they didn't have to spend any money on marketing to get people into the theater to come watch it and make that much. Oh no, because they spent on roughly. So this is roughly this technically this is the number we won't ever get. Let's be nice to them and say they spent $100 million on marketing and lost money. They spent probably close to $300 to $400 million on marketing. This thing was. Remember, this was the finale to the ultimate trilogy.
To hell.
Yeah.
And then sucked.
And it was so awful. I believe that this cost mainly comes down to the fact that they made the movie about 25 times. And that's why it's also awful and somehow managed to be worse than the one that came before it.
Mm-hmm. They were like, yo, we just made the worst Star Wars movie of all time.
Stop trying to be edgy.
Want to see us do it again?
They really did take a page out of it. But yeah, this was just like... Okay, there's about 40 points wrong with this. First off, you got to bring costs down. Second off, don't make movies that suck. Third off, even this movie had to make like $1.4 billion for you to get back to even.
Yeah. Like, you're setting yourself up to fail.
That's being super generous.
You also don't need to spend that much money to make a Star Wars movie.
I mean, you think Fortnite shoved them in there for free? Remember, there was a whole Fortnite thing going on. With like there was live events, there were paid voice actors, there was.
That's actually the point. Doesn't Fortnite? Don't they pay for the rights to those?
I don't know. This would have been
because they make all the money off of like skins and everything.
I don't even know if they do. There's probably an extent of that, but I feel like with that live event, all that was just Rise of Skywalker marketing. They revealed Palpatine was still alive through Fortnite. Technically, I believe. It might not be true. I don't know if that's actually true, but I'm pretty sure.
Didn't they show it in a trailer though? I thought they showed
it was in the well. I'm saying yes. I think technically, and then the credits was how they went to. It's a whole other thing. But like, I know that Fortnite was one of the origin spots for where Palpatine being still alive was announced.
Yeah, it was like one of the first things. Which is like, bro.
But
come on.
The point I was making with that was like that was maybe it wasn't marketing, but I feel like that was big marketing. There was definitely, being February, there was definitely a Super Bowl. So this came out in May, right? So that means there was definitely a Super Bowl commercial in February.
Mm-hmm.
That's $7 to $14 million right there. It's like
you can way more than that. That's got to be.
Yeah, but that was like the old number.
Yeah, and I guess they already had the trailer made. They would have had the trailer made already, so they wouldn't have had to pay for actually producing it.
I'm just saying, like, I'm showing how easy this is to add up that you would get an insane amount of marketing.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, literally, one Super Bowl ad is cut it in the middle, say it's $10 million.
Yeah. So, point of all of this is just like Star Wars. They did this. They've lost money and they killed Star Wars. Like,
yeah.
So really, it's even more lost money because you've like,
because now it's like people aren't going,
and you
dude.
can't ever.
When is the next Star Wars movie coming out? When? Like for Force Awakens, people were like,
But even then,
we
though,
have
people
Star
aren't gonna
Wars now.
People aren't gonna see the next Star Wars movie that's out. It's Mandalorian and Glup Shido.
Well, that's what I mean. Like back when Force Awakens came out, like,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I know.
You were like, when is the
Everyone
like
a lot of young
Yeah,
people
Force
and then
Awakens
older
hype was
people too,
unreal.
because like anyone
it's
who
three
was
generations.
yeah, it's people who are like, oh my god, this is the third time
OT
Star
fans.
Wars is releasing for me. Oh my god, this is the second time Star Wars is releasing for me, and then
new generation.
this is the
Their
first
parents
time.
told the kids.
This is the
Yeah.
first time a Star Wars movie is coming out in my life. I was pumped. I thought it was gonna be awesome, and then I watched it and I was like, this is pretty sick.
Remember when the Force Awakens came out? We were like, oh,
This
it's
is
sick.
big!
And then like we were doing the modern Marvel and DC fan of like,
This
bro,
is
cinema. Bro, the J.J. Abrams doesn't jam.
This J.J. Abrams doesn't miss, bro.
J.J. Abrams is the greatest sci-fi director of all time.
Mystery box storytelling is good, bro. Trust me. Stay with me. It is good. No, it's the worst.
But yeah. So, Star Wars, like, and that's the even worst part. It's like, you just kill it to the point of now your next movie is going to be Mandalorian and Grogu. Good luck making more than $500 million. You're going to lose money on that.
I don't think they'll make 5.
I'm being generous. It is Star Wars still at the end of the day. So
That's
as
true.
much as I don't think anyone cares about Star Wars, I'm still gonna see. I'm still
gonna go see it because it's Star Wars. I have to watch it.
I wouldn't see it if we weren't gonna probably talk about it on here. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't care about the Mando and Brodo and Sobala Duba and Zeb Yulowski and I don't care. It's gonna suck. And after that, mind you, the 50th anniversary of Star Wars is Ryan Gosling's Star Wars Starfighter, which apparently is going to have a Force-sensitive kid and a whole... Like, everything I hear about Star Wars Starfighter, apparently, this is alleged, apparently is about him delivering this Force-sensitive kid to Rey.
Yeah,
so...
That's what I've heard. Which is...
So...
Horrible decision.
All roads lead to Jake Skywalker. At the end of the day, all roads lead to Jake Skywalker. So, like, there's that. The only thing that will probably is going to make them a lot of money is... For the 50th anniversary, like, they're showing, this I think is still a rumor, but they are likely going to be showing the original cut, like, before George went back and changed everything, in IMAX of Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, A New Hope, but it's they're showing the Star Wars version of Star Wars.
Yeah.
When it was still called Star Wars and not Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. So... That'll make them a crap ton of money. I mean, Revenge of the Sith came out and it had a $40 million box office for the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, which is a lot.
This will be 50 of the one that was actually really good, not the one that's like mostly pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, like Revenge of the Sith is mostly pretty solid. It's pretty great
visually.
Most matte paintings don't age very well. Bet it's got some great lightsaber fights though.
Exactly.
And there are some good parts of it. It's just, you know.
Yeah, it has its problems. But
exactly, and I'm not saying it's not good. I'm saying imagine that movie did that good. Imagine how good 4 is going to do on the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
So,
dude, my dad's going to be pumped.
Yeah, it's going to be lit. And apparently they're doing it in IMAX. I don't know if they are, and they better, but I just know I'm going to see it. That's for sure. And I will also.
I'll probably try
Star Wars Starfighter. So
I'll probably try to go see it with my dad so I can go free. Hey, Dad, do you want to go pay for us to see this movie?
We're doing the Star Wars theme, so I guess unless there's any other stories you can think of, is there anything else that was? There's a bunch of Stranger Things stuff that's been coming out, but
yeah, it's gonna suck. It's gonna end with Elle going at the end of the season and beating the bad guy. She'll start to do it. It'll look like she's gonna stop him, and then her nose will start to bleed, and they'll start to move again, and then Mike will get hurt, and she'll go and they'll win. Mike. Steve will die, obviously.
15 more characters will become gay.
Steve, I'd put my house on Steve dying. I know Corbin was like, dude, if Steve dies, I'm gonna be Steve's gonna die. They've been setting up Steve's death since season 2. Like,
the episodes are gonna be first off. If you're gonna take this long to make a season of a show, this better be what you're putting out. They're gonna be like 2-hour episodes. It's like 2.5. Like the shortest one is like an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So first of all, like if it is good, that's nice. Like it's at least you're getting a movie content. That like Netflix isn't putting the finale in theaters for some reason. I don't know why,
I feel like
but they're not.
They would make some money.
Yeah. Yeah, I look.
Bunch of
I
nerds
thought
with
I thought the first season of
Hellfire
Stranger
Club
Things was
shirts.
very good. I thought the second season sucked. I thought the third season was pretty solid, and then I never had any interest to watch the fourth season because it took them about 27 years to make it.
It kind of did The Boys. Like season 1 was good, season 2 was bad, season 3 was fun.
But it was because the only reason I wouldn't say it was like The Boys is the content in Stranger Things season 3 is so much better than the content in The Boys season 3.
That is
as far
true.
as overall story and characters and everything else. Like, whereas I say I can enjoy watching season 3 of The Boys.
Hopper escapes a Russian prison. Wait, no, that's season 4. That's season 4.
That is season 4. That they set up the Russian. The only thing that you'd be like, oh, that's not realistic, which like shut that. Is that they have it's basically they do Red Dawn, right? I mean, it's like it's like Spy Red Dawn, which I liked that. I liked the whole mall thing. It felt very 80s.
It was cool. It was cool.
As a youngin who never was even close to living in the 80s, but from the aesthetic, I guess for us since we're young bucks, it's very 80s to have a mall like that as your mall and neon and
everything's bright.
That's the one thing that people really love about Stranger Things is the whole aesthetic and that's cool. The only thing is at this point, and honestly for me, it's kind of like they just took too long to make it, and the kids are all
they're all adults. Millie Bobby Brown's having a kid. Like,
they adopted a kid.
She was literally a child in season 1. It's season 5, and she has a child.
Oh, that is another story, but I guess we'll hold off on that. But like, apparently, the actor for Will Byers, is, Noah Schnapp or whatever.
Yeah.
He said that he had like people asking him when he was like 13 on set if he was gay. And then, like, he said, I knew I was gay after they wrote my character of Will to be gay. And, like, maybe he was always gay, but I don't know. That sounds like grooming to me.
Like, adults asking him that?
When he was 13, he said that there was, like, adults asking him if he was gay, yes. Like, for the first season of Stranger Things, yes. Very weird.
Yeah, that's normal to talk to a 13-year-old.
I don't care what you think about LGBTQ stuff or whatever. I'm just saying that's weird.
Yeah, it's weird to talk to a 12, 13-year-old boy if they're about anything sexual.
Yes, especially in Hollywood like that. That's just expected at this point.
Yeah.
It's not shocking when you keep that in mind, but it's like I just hope he was always gay and he didn't get groomed into deciding he was gay just because the writers wrote him that way. So yeah, that's it. I'd seen that and it was like, okay, that's insane.
Yeah,
that happened, but it's also not that shocking. Yeah, so Stranger Things, but you're gonna watch season 5? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
I'm assuming I will, but the only issue is that I have to watch season 4 first.
You haven't watched season 4?
Care. Dude, no, I didn't
so
care.
Bad.
I watched the first episode and I was like, okay, it's the same thing. Like, this isn't interesting to me.
Yeah, it's the same thing. And then it's like,
the only reason I probably even watched. So
this was the big bad the whole time. And then it's like, oh,
I didn't have Netflix when the original season came out and all the hype was there. I got it around the time season 3 came out.
Yeah.
Is when we got Netflix. So I watched all season 1, then I watched season 2, then I watched season. So maybe that's not true, dude. I cannot remember, but
it was
been so hyped up.
A long time.
Everyone loved Stranger Things, and I've never been a horror guy, but even then it was like so predictable, simple horror that it was like it wasn't that scary. But
yeah, it wasn't like a scary show. It was just like
there was some stuff.
It's more of a thriller than a horror.
And I just never really got even hooked by most of the main characters. Like I like Steve, which I think that's the general consensus thing is we like Steve. Yeah. I always found Mike annoying. I always found 11 annoying. I thought Dustin was okay in the first couple seasons. It got kind of annoying towards the end.
Lucas
Will is literally just a scarecrow. Like he's just a straw man. Like he is not a real person because they didn't have any story for him.
Yeah, well, because the first season he's not in
He
it
was the
at
MacGuffin.
all. So
he's the MacGuffin in the first season.
then they got season 2, and they're like, all right, let's make Will a character, and his character is just, guys, I feel something, and that's it every season.
Guys, I'm gay.
God, I feel something, and then he passes out.
And then he goes, I'm gay.
He goes, ah, they're coming.
Wasn't that was like the only depth they even added to his character? They were like,
yeah, that was the season 4 character arc. It was
gay.
like, Mike, the girl you've been dating for 3 seasons now. What the heck, man? Why aren't we friends? You live in California. What's...
I just remember that whole
what
gay thing.
Can we just play Dungeons and Dragons? What?
That's a
your
whole
friend is dead. And you're like, guys, I just want to play Dungeons and Dragons like when we were kids. No, your friend is dead. Your stepfather figure is dead. Like, I don't. What?
I remember when there was that line that he was like, you guys all like girls. And I don't know, maybe it was always intended that way, but I interpreted that as he was pissed because his boys were ditching him to go chase after girls who were pretending to be mad at them.
Yeah,
that's how I interpreted that. But maybe it was always intended to be I like men and you like girls line, even though the context of that would make no sense.
I think it was kind of both, sort of.
Maybe. Well, I don't know if it ever was meant to be the second thing. It wouldn't shock me if it was always the intention to make him gay. That's not what
I think it was.
But that line did. I just remember specifically that line was I remember I watched the new Rockstars breakdown. They were like, "Let's go, Will's gay," and I'm like, "What? Why? I don't think that's what that line meant." Also, why are you so hype about that?
I think he just doesn't get play.
I think it's a normal.
I think Will just doesn't have game.
I think he just wanted to play D&D with his friends, and they were like, "No, my girlfriend of exactly 22 hours is mad at me." Kill yourself, kid who went to the underworld.
Dude, it's also so funny how they have
traumatized bro, kill yourself. How about that?
After going through the most traumatic stuff together, they still bicker over the smallest inconvenience of all time.
No, that's pretty realistic. I would still argue with you if you went to Netherworld and almost died.
No. I'm talking about the relationships. They can't literally just have a conversation. Yeah, it's
they don't act like boys. They act like boys written by a writing room that had a mix of feminist and.
I was talking about literally every character, the girls and the guys. They just don't speak to each other.
Girls that'll happen from that. I'm just saying the guys' interactions don't feel like it. Don't feel like anyone who had friends growing up wrote that.
That's true. It does feel very what would friends
it's very
say?
And
it's
they
very
don't girlish know. With how they handle their interactions. If I call you lame, I'm just doing a vanilla. It's it'd be if I was you're lame, and then you're I'm never speaking to you again. that was
yeah,
how
that's true. That's
and
true.
That's not even.
The guys aren't written guys that mess with each other. They're written
That's not just a Stranger Things thing. That's a writing thing, and that's what's gonna happen. I mean,
that is something that you don't really notice when you're watching something, but it makes it feel weird. Is there'll be a group of guys and they aren't talking shit the entire time they should.
You've read Game of Thrones, right?
I have read part of it.
Song of Ice and Fire. Sorry.
Yeah, Song of Ice and Fire. Get your facts right. But I read part of it.
That's why I clarified.
I read part of it, and then I kind of stalled for a bit, and I was like, well, it's never gonna be done anyway, so I'm not reading it.
Yeah. Okay. But I was just wondering because I'd heard Bran is written real weirdly, he's not written like a kid would be written, but he's because George R.R. Martin didn't go outside when he was a kid and didn't have friends, which sucks for him, but he doesn't have kids now, so it's he doesn't know how to write.
His perspective is weird.
That's the same kind of energy. It's
but you can also almost understand it because he's he is basically royalty, so it's he would have a different child's perspective. But it is
I haven't seen Game of Thrones or read A Song of Ice and Fire, so I have no perspective. I was just asking if you had to try to try to make another connection somewhere as to what I'm feeling.
It is
but
kind of
I'm
a
not sure
weird.
how explicit it is.
It is kind of weird written because he's like writing a super outdoorsy like kid, and he wasn't an outdoorsy, so it's like he just doesn't know. Like I guess.
Yeah, he didn't have friends, so he doesn't.
Yeah.
Which I mean, with how lazy he is, it's not that shocking he didn't have friends.
Yeah, I mean, he spent 14 years writing a book.
Bro, I don't even care about that. I don't care about how long it took. You didn't write the book during COVID, so like, you're never writing that book, and then you're just a lazy piece of crap. If you like, I will even accept arguments of he wants to work on this show and he wants to work on this that. Even with him going, I'm not working on anything else. I'm just gonna work on the book. All right, even if he says all that. When it got to COVID, he couldn't do any of that. The fact
He
that
literally couldn't do anything
just out of
but
boredom,
write for like 2 years.
Just out of boredom to not write that book, it's like, okay.
You got to start like on accident thinking about how the book is gonna end. Like you gotta have a dream that like in 2 years.
My guess is that season 8 was probably roughly how he wanted to end it, and he saw well that way.
And he was like, "Ooh, I was gonna do that."
And he also has like 50 unfinished. It's like 50 unfinished book series.
Yeah, he started.
He might just not know how to end.
Dude, he started other book series while writing, Winds of Winter.
A Song of Ice, Fire, and Wind of Winter. Yeah. Which is only the second book in the series, or second to last book. It's only the penultimate one.
Yeah, Hope of Spring is still. Like
it's not even the finale, so
yeah.
All right, we'll get off.
Yeah, we gotta lock in. It's been like 30.
All right, so here's this guy who made this. There are no official names for the arcs. I had to name them myself. Some of them are named after one episode in the arc. If that's the case, assume it means that arc that episode belongs to. P.S. Christophus encompasses cat and mouse hidden enemy in the first half of the movie. Domino Squad. This one I don't agree with. It's way too broad, but we'll get to that. We don't have to ignore Lethal Trackdown. That's part of Boba's Revenge. So, the Domino Squad one's a whole other thing. Well, he heavily limits Domino Squad. We'll get to Domino Squad. That's obviously going to be
those are like 3 separate.
Here's our arcs. And here's our tiers. So it's your basic tier list A, down to F. And then we have the don't remember category because there are some. So like, do you even off the top of your head is okay? No, that one I do know actually. I'm just trying to like look for one that I like immediately am looking at, and I'm like, I'm not sure. Which maybe this Duel of the Droids one. I don't even know what this is about. Just off the top of my head. So I feel like that might be.
That's the one where R2 fights Goldie. It's not great.
But yeah, okay. So you remember that one. But let's just say there is one in here.
There's probably one that
I'm gonna stop looking. We're just like, I don't remember a single thing about that, and we can't really find like a simple thing to refresh our memory.
Yeah.
It'll go and don't remember.
Yeah.
Obviously, basic grading. S is like that's the best of the best. We're limiting S tier, right? We're not just gonna have.
We are keeping S tier exclusive. We're not gonna be Corbin. S tier will be exclusive.
Yes, and then we're not gonna be those people who are like peak. It's S. All right.
Or like,
lost all
dude, peak B tier. What?
Yeah.
And then like, I don't like this one. B tier.
Tell me if you agree or disagree with these criteria. So we're kind of we're rating the episode. We're rating the episodes, but like we're not ranking it how it fits within Star Wars. We're not ranking it compared to other Star Wars. We're not ranking it if it breaks canon, if it helps canon. We are exclusively ranking if it's a good arc of episodes in Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Yes. If self-contained, is it good?
Do you have any other
No.
Not even necessarily. I wouldn't even necessarily say if it's good, just because we're gonna paint ourselves into a corner here, since neither of us have seen it in a bit. It's been a little bit since we've seen them, so I don't want to sit here and go, bro, S tier. Then we rewatch it someday in the future. We're like, that was awful.
Yeah, according to our most recent rewatch, or our
this is a kid
memory.
Show at the end of the day, which I know a lot of people have a hard time admitting. It's a kid show.
It's a kid show. You shouldn't have a hard time admitting that.
Which is why I can't.
It's also like,
which is why I don't.
You can
consider
enjoy
it to be 100% canon. Because it is a kid show.
Caleb, can you change the color of C, D, and F? The green screen is making them look weird.
Oh yes.
The keyer on OBS. I just looked over and they were like black.
Black.
Well, no, don't make
it. F tier is white. F tier is white because it sucks.
Do like purple.
Be like pink. Is that good?
Yes. Okay.
Cool.
Is the
All right.
yeah.
Boom. This all looks fine. Obviously, there's some red lightsaber stuff that'll be weird, but the like text is there, right?
Yeah, it looks fine. It looks fine.
Okay. All right. So that's our criteria, right? I don't consider Clone Wars 100% canon. I think of it more as like a guidelines of like this is kind of what happened during the whole Clone Wars.
You gotta think of it like the way I think of it is, you kind of have to do it like a lens of like an unreliable narrator, like.
Yes.
Because also translating from animation to live action and live action to animation is very difficult, and then stuff happens in animation where it's like, okay, that could never happen in real life. So
I think Clone Wars is and this none of this actually really matters too much with what we're ranking on. It's kind of just we grew up with Clone Wars, right? Just like kids who grew up with the prequels are way more inclined to the prequels. The Clone Wars was our Star Wars when we were growing up. This was our first.
This is the first Star Wars we ever got.
After we were shown, the original trilogy, it was like, this is Star Wars for us. So, it holds a special place in our hearts, obviously. I think Clone Wars as a whole is far more tightly written than, like, Rebels, which I think is all over the place. And that was, like, Dave Filoni, there were a lot of Dave Filoni-isms in Clone Wars. It, like, really started to kick up in Rebels and has exploded to the point where it's at now. But yeah, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's get it. Let
me make sure.
Let's lock in on this.
Abs. I'm gonna start like shaking stuff up in here. Just can't really shuffle. So okay, well, I just completely moved the screen on my end. I grabbed like the top of my bar and just moved the window. All right, you can tell me when. Just tell me when you're ready.
That's good.
Just say when. All right, Boba Fett's Revenge. I'm gonna. So off the top of my head, I don't know exactly which ones. I know, I believe this is when he was undercover on the. So he bombed Mace Windu's barracks. They crashed. There was the whole crash landing thing. It's kind of just off the top of my head. I remember these episodes, but not super well. I only really remember that undercover episode, and there are some other minor Boba Fett stuff in here. But
from what I remember, I want to throw out like a B or C tier. I think C, because if it was better, I'd probably remember it more.
That episode where he's undercover is pretty solid.
It's good, but the arc as a whole,
I just know everything after that was kind of like,
yeah, there was like some really fun stuff, and then it was kind of meh.
I lean towards C tier for this one.
I think C tier is good.
All right, Dooku captured.
I don't remember a lot of that one.
Is this when they're captured by Hondo?
No, that's.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
This is the problem with doing that. Okay, let me pull up the Wikipedia real quick. Dooku Captured is the 11th episode of season 1. Yes, I'm using an ad. Let's see. I'm trying to find a plot summary. Okay. While before the skirmish, Anakin Skywalker allowed himself to be captured, commanded by Count Dooku in an ice field. Once inside the ship's hangar, he put up a fight in order to make his capture look convincing. He was defeated, taken to a prison cell. Blah, blah, blah. The two Jedi begin to hunt Dooku in a nearby cave, but the Dark Lord of the Sith ambushes them. Meanwhile, the Jedi inadvertently disturb the mother of all Gundarks. Yes, so Dooku, this is Hondo, is gets his hands on Dooku.
Okay, that's like a C tier.
Again, it's another one where it's kind of like there's one episode about it that sticks out to me, which is the one where like they have to work together to break out. So I feel like C tier has kind of been a good, like, there's a really good episode in there, and the rest of it's all a little too blurry. Would you say it was, just off the top of your head, gut feeling, better or worse than Boba Fett's Revenge?
Worse.
I'd argue better.
No, better. Every time count. I like.
I think them working together.
Yeah, that's true.
As
I do like
that. Is way more compelling than the Boba Fett undercover episode. Okay, Obi-Wan undercover.
Give me A. I love, dude. This arc is so good. I'll say this: the whole faking his death thing, not my favorite. But the entire time you spend with Obi-Wan undercover, I enjoy. So okay, bring it down to B tier because I really don't like the fake is death thing, but I really
I agree
enjoy
with
the
B tier.
undercover part.
I know liking this part. I just don't remember a whole lot of the plot that went behind it. Is this about him getting the holocron?
No, so
Why
he
is he
he
undercover? Oh, it's
infiltrated
his
the
assassination.
like bounty hunter thing,
Mhm.
with
Is this a Padme assassination plot thing?
I don't
I know that there's a
remember.
moment where Anakin and Obi-Wan come face to face, and it's a whole
Yeah,
thing. And
yeah, yeah. There, I forget why he went undercover, but I remember like most of the stuff when he was undercover.
why did Obi-Wan go undercover?
It might have.
I don't know if this will change my ranking at all, but I'm just curious. To infiltrate a separate plot to kidnap Chancellor Palpatine. That was why he was undercover.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like this is a B tier one. I do like it. There's I remember as a kid when he ate the bug, that was nasty. Yes, but I do say
I still just like I like
alright,
Cad Bane, so Cad Bane on screen is typically a plus.
yes.
Um,
OG ambush. How
Ambush,
are we feeling about
very
ambush?
start. I feel like B tier is good for that because it has. Were you sniping a little S tier?
No, I was joking.
Oh, I was like, yo.
we're better or worse.
Um, I don't know. It's kind of tough because Yoda has like good moments with him where he's like, "You are all clones, you are bred for combat, but you are also different." And the Force is in all of you. It's good
why
stuff.
I would argue,
but it's inconsistent with Yoda's character.
why I would argue up to A. Okay, but is it inconsistent with Yoda's character in Clone Wars, or is it inconsistent with Yoda's character in Star Wars?
That's a good point. And we're keeping it regulated just to Clone Wars. I think you can argue A tier
because I think it does a really good job of capturing the essence of what Clone Wars was.
Yes.
It's a kid show that's meant to be Star Wars, but it's there to teach kids lessons. That's kind of there's a lesson in every Clone Wars episode.
That's
I think
true.
this does a good job of it. Also, a fun lore tidbit. One of these guys is one of the clones that Yoda just slimes out in Revenge of the Sith. So that's a little bit of dark knowledge for you there. Next time you watch this, just remember Yoda has to straight up murder this guy without remorse.
Is it Greer? Is it that?
No, it's it's one next to Greer.
Oh, okay.
But yes, I think it's this. I'd put this at A. This is one of the earliest episodes in the show too, right?
It might. I don't. Is it the first arc?
It's either the first arc. I can't remember if it's the first arc or if the first episode. I know it's the first like actual true arc. I feel like, but I don't know if the first episode is. Is that not Domino Squad on that watchtower?
It's not because they do like chronologically. It didn't release in order.
No. I was saying the one where Heavy dies.
I know, no. I'm saying this one was first, but chronologically it's way later.
Okay.
Because they did the like out of order stuff.
Ahsoka Lost. I vaguely remember.
Is this the one where she's in like the underground in
It's like
Coruscant?
the most dangerous game, isn't it? No, she's in a cage here.
Honestly, I don't remember this one.
Yeah, I remember vaguely, but I don't really feel like I remember what happened. This might be our first don't remember. No, so I was right. So this is Ahsoka gets captured and she gets dropped on an island by the Trandoshans. Do you not remember this at all?
It's not clicking.
Okay. Ahsoka and a group of abducted younglings are trapped on a Trandoshan moon, prey in an elaborate and cruel hunt. Younglings have lost all hope despite their best efforts. Spirit leader Ahsoka rallies them to defend themselves and strike back against Trandoshan. You don't remember this?
I do now. It's coming back.
Okay.
This one's it's decent.
It's not great.
It's not great.
I would say it's worse than these two.
I agree. I don't know if it's bad enough to
lose a tier. I think it does. I don't think.
Yeah, I think it's not great.
We might have to move up later as we see how DNF fills in here, but I would say it is a tier below these two. There's a few Ahsoka solo arcs and most of them suck.
Most of them. Yes, most of them.
Clovis returns.
I'm looking at the other ones, and most of them are bad. The
Clovis
one
returns.
part of
this
arc that I like genuinely enjoy is when Anakin just like beats the shit out of Clovis with his bare hands.
Is that Clovis returns though?
I think so. If I'm remembering correctly,
Is there? I mean, there's. It's just kind of hard to gauge whether that's what that means or not. We'll go with that for now. If we see something that changes, then we'll.
I believe that's
move
the
back,
arc.
But,
I don't. It's not great. I think it's like C or D tier. It's.
I would say it's worse than both of these as well. And probably worse than the Ahsoka one. There is that fun moment where there's that. It's that best meme moment where he was like.
He's like, fight me without your lightsaber. He's like,
wait.
You just said that to Anakin Skywalker.
I'm
metal hand.
Tweaking. I can't remember what half these are.
War criminal.
He's like he just starts.
Yeah.
Zero gone.
Eye poke. Too soon, bro.
So,
too soon.
Yes. Other than that moment, though, it's kind of like I feel like the rest of this sucks. I don't know that it sucks, but it's not the best. Okay.
The deserter arc is good, bro. It's good.
This is Saw Gerrera, right?
No. That's the clone that deserted.
Oh
and
yeah,
has
that's
a family.
this one down here. Oh.
Wait, are you looking at the top or the bottom?
No, you were right. I saw it under here because I thought this was what this one was. But yeah.
I really like this arc.
Kind of. Yeah, it's solid. I would say it's probably falls under a similar thing for A for me, where it's.
Yeah,
it's
I think it's A tier.
It does a good job of what it Star Wars teaches a lesson. Rex always take me some good Rex solo series.
Mm-hmm. He has the good thing where he's like, I don't think
Ahsoka
I'm gonna
Frame,
remember.
Ahsoka Frame, how do we feel?
I think it's B.
We got some. You think it's B?
You think higher or lower?
I feel like higher. Why do you think it's B though, off the top of your head?
Oh, I guess it does have the Anakin versus. It does have good fights, actually.
Okay, but that's not. I'm just curious. What was your gut for B?
It's like decent. It's because it's like, I'm not like, ooh, I want to watch Ahsoka Frame.
Okay, but I thought. Okay, you don't want to watch it, but that's because it's the tail end. It's when stuff starts going downhill. You don't really want to watch those, but it's like.
That's true.
I think it's hard. This one I don't. Maybe if I'm watching it in Clone Wars in and of itself, it doesn't work very well. This is one of the better Star Wars overall ones, just because I think they do a good job of. Obviously, Ahsoka needs to be separated from Anakin for lore reasons, but that's not what we're ranking here. And I think they do a really good job of that.
That's fair.
I do think her leaving the Order doesn't make any sense. Yeah, maybe it is B. I think
it's
if
B
I'm
just
because
like
a vacuum of Clone Wars, it is B, and I think it's worse than Obi-Wan.
And it's also like, obviously her being mad about it makes sense, but she was framed. It's not like the Jedi Council just like had no evidence. She was framed.
They had 4K footage of her going, someone died.
Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, you were innocent, but you were framed pretty well. Like
a similar thing with the lore thing. Five's conspiracy. How are we feeling? How do you feel about Five's conspiracy? I might have a hotter take on this one. How do you feel about it?
Personally, Fives is like top 2 favorite clones for me. I think this is A or S tier. I don't think it's super high S tier.
I think it could have been. I think season 7 drastically damages this arc.
Which part?
Primarily, it's the Rex thing. It's Order 66 is canon in our Star Wars, the Clone Wars tier list because of season 7. So, it was an interesting idea as a companion to Star Wars stuff.
The only problem is they should have listened to Fives, especially Rex.
Exactly. And there's too many characters who would have listened to 5, specifically being Rex.
And Anakin.
That
Like, notoriously emotional,
Yes, but
connected to
Anakin,
clones Anakin.
It wouldn't have mattered for Anakin, because Anakin turns to the Sith no matter what. It wouldn't have mattered what. Maybe in this exact moment of the arc it would have mattered, but
Well, I'm saying,
it's
like,
a whole other thing.
it makes it less believable for the arc to fit into Star Wars, knowing Anakin as a character and how he would have reacted to that.
Yes.
Like, he would have...
I'm even looking in just Clone Wars. I do... it is definitely better than...
I also just... I love the arc. Like, it's so...
I like 5s, but I don't know, dude. It's like... It's hard. It's hard to rate. Like, it's hard to decide for this one.
I'm thinking... It's connected. Why? Like, I'm just thinking just the arc itself.
Okay, that's not really... I was thinking full Clone Wars season, the arc itself. Yeah, it's probably an A tier.
I think it's A tier.
How do you feel between these?
Put it in the middle. I like it more than both of them, but I think Ambush is technically...
Dude, I totally agree with you that I feel like, but I think the main reason is just because we like the character itself, and
Exactly. Like, I just love 5s.
Judging it fairly based off of what it is what's actually happening in it.
Yeah, I agree.
Because to me, it's like, bro, Rex 5's 501st region, easily, but it's like, I just don't thinking about it. It's like, I don't know that it does, though.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Season 7 completely torches this arc. Like, it
does.
makes this arc stupid.
It does. It's like, why were they just absolutely baffled?
Yes.
Domino Squad.
Okay. So we have to set a parameter for Domino Squad. So this is what he has, and I feel like we can agree with his rankings. These are the main clumps, and then we should also add in, we'd have to add in all of it. So we'd have to add in the Umbara stuff, the 5's conspiracy stuff, and okay, we don't have to sit here and debate. Obviously, Domino Squad's gonna be S tier.
Yeah, Domino Squad is S tier.
We are aware. Clone Cadets in and of itself is S tier. Rookies is S tier. ARC Troopers is S tier.
Correct.
So
all 3 of those are S tier.
If we were ranking individual episodes,
I was gonna say, like, let's go through and rank each one, but I know we both know they're all S tier, so it'd be a waste.
Like,
of time.
if we were doing these episodes, Clone Cadets is quite possibly my favorite.
Yeah. It's like...
It's one of the first ones I watched.
It's like most of my favorite clones becoming the characters who they're going to be. It's awesome. It's
Rookies.
awesome.
Rookies is a great example of what makes
Rookies
Clone Wars great, where it wasn't no Jedi. It was literally all the clones in itself, and it was Cody and Rex working together with Domino Squad, and then heavy sacrifice at the end. ARC Troopers 99. It's all of that. So another good example. And then you also do have to mix in there's the one where which we'll get to later. It's down here somewhere, but Echo's sacrifice, which was ruined by another one that I probably have a more hot take about. 5's conspiracy is obviously the death of 5. It's Domino Squad, so you have to consider when all the dominoes fell.
Yeah.
So
that was a bar.
Well, I mean, that's why they're called Domino Squad.
I know, but it's still a bar.
And then Umbara, yeah, you probably don't have to consider Umbara, but 5's is such a big part. There's a whole bunch of episodes.
5's is a massive part of Umbara.
It's not part of one episode. It's mainly Rex's story, but
yeah,
5's,
it's mainly Rex, and then
yes,
5's and
I think he's got good rankings here, but I think you do have to consider 5's conspiracy added in with as well the Echo death added in. So yes, yeah. Domino Squad. We don't have to. The only reason we probably needed to specify that is because it's going to be how we rank it in S tier. But Domino Squad was always going to be S tier. Like that, we were going to get into semantics to get that.
It's the most Clone Wars there is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what specifically this is talking about, to be honest. I don't know there's so many bounty hunter arcs that I would not be able to tell you.
I feel like I can remember exactly one moment from the arc, but I can't remember the context. I don't remember what was happening or why it was happening. So I think
we just chucked this and don't remember it. Yeah. I feel like there's too much bounty hunter stuff for us to be able to properly guess what it's talking about with just bounty hunters.
Yeah.
Holocron Heist.
From what I remember, I think it's A tier.
For me, it's between these.
A and S. I think it's the highest A. I don't think it's quite S tier. Bro, Cad Bane Cad Bane rules.
Him breaking into the temple is sick.
It's so sick, dude. And also, you're a kid and you're just watching like a space cowboy be a badass, and it's like, okay, is there anything cooler than this?
It's a tragedy what they did to Cad Bane.
Bro,
look, I don't like Dave Filoni's glove shitoism, but
like it's Cad Bane, bro. It's
like even it might be key, it might be key jangly as hell, but like you didn't have to make him lame.
You could. Why was he fat?
Like made him cool.
Like he's skinny, he's nimble. Like he fights Jedi.
Layer of Grievous. How he feeling with this?
B.
I probably agree with B. I think it's, well, I don't know if the arc has multiple episodes or if it's just one episode. If it has multiple episodes, I think it's C. But
yeah, because I only remember a little bit.
The like horror one where like they're in the tunnels and he like rolls out is sick, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it's the highest C. There's genuinely so much Grievous in Clone Wars. Like,
yes,
there's a lot of Grievous.
This is a hard one. Better or worse than Domino Squad?
Oh, dude.
Can we name a bad Domino Squad arc is the issue. Nope. It has to be above because of Bad Batch and the show Bad Batch in season 7.
Yes. Because that hurts Domino Squad. It doesn't hurt Umbara.
It doesn't hurt Domino Squad as much, but it takes away Echo's sacrifice from being
his later on.
It was still impactful with that arc, but like that's just because we need to add a qualifier here. Battle of Umbara is great, and I wish that there had been. That'd be like if Star Wars never fell off. My pitch for a live action show would be about like political undermining about the fallout of what happens after clones kill their Jedi commander.
Yeah.
Like an investigation into what happened because they killed a Jedi Master who was their main command. Like I feel like that would have been a really interesting thing.
Yeah.
But obviously that'll never happen.
It was like it's genuinely just such a good concept, and it's so like some of the things are like fairly surface level where it's like okay they need to do this, they do this. This one was like it was so layered. I don't think it's that layered. I just think it's very good. Well. The way it unfolds, you keep just getting a little more and a little more and a little more, and it's like the start. It's like okay, I don't like this guy. He's kind of a jerk, and then it's like, okay, he's also incompetent, and then it's like, oh, I think he's evil. Oh, he's working with Count Dooku. We're murdering each other, and then
obviously the finale episode's great. This is like, I mean, it's like what we said with Dogma. It's like you can't name. There's not a bad episode in the whole Umbara arc. So
yeah,
bro, some of the music in it's really good. Like when Rex is running across the battlefield as like we're killing our own like that.
Bro.
Music in that's real good.
Like telling them to take their helmets off and everything.
Dogma's good. Like all the characters. Fives.
The sacrifice.
Fives is far more immediately on the edge of like I don't think we should trust this guy, and Rex is all that and.
It's nice following Rex as Rex gets like fives immediately. We shouldn't trust this guy, and then the others like.
And I will say, if we were doing this as Star Wars as a whole, it would have to drop because it's just the clones are way too free-minded thinking for what would be fine for Star Wars.
Correct.
But because it is Clone Wars, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. It's tough.
But yeah, so not a bad episode in either of these two. And the only reason that I think Umbara's above Domino Squad is because of Disney stuff. So.
Yeah, because of later stuff that takes away from Domino Squad.
Slightly takes away from it. All right, Pursuit of Peace. We also get, this is technically, I don't think there's an arc in here, but this is a bit of the underground for Lux. By the way, Clovis is not the Padme thing.
It's not, it's a different one?
That's this, and this guy's name isn't even Clovis, because Clovis is the guy who, wait, is it Clovis?
It's Clovis.
It's not
Clovis.
The guy who's gonna blow the ship up?
No. Clovis is the one that was trying to bang Padme.
Maybe it is? Dude, I can't tell. I thought that's what Senate Spy was.
It might be.
I don't remember there being more Clovis. Hold on. This must take place after the Padme one.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be able to figure out what it is. I think we should probably just chuck Clovis Returns down here for now.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay. Anyway, Pursuit of Peace.
Pursuit of Peace, honestly, I don't remember.
This is the one where Padme goes on a kind of undercover-esque mission to the Separatist Senate.
Oh, yes.
Ahsoka meets Lux for the first time.
See.
I would put it here, personally. It's not as action-filled, so it might not be as fun. But I think it is. I think the story is far more compelling than Framed. And the idea of like it's not all evil. It does a really good job of separatist world building.
Is that also the one where you get Bo-Katan for the first time?
I don't believe so.
Or is that later stuff with Lux?
Well, that would have been later.
Because I know Lux and Ahsoka were like together when they were.
No, this one I really like because it adds to the separate. It's like it's not just this. It's like it shows the actual like that there was actual system. Because one thing that always gets lost, even in normal overall Star Wars, is that it was a civil war. There were multiple systems in the galaxy that joined to fight with the Separatists because it aligned with what they thought more. So it was like,
and it also humanizes the Separatists because all you ever see on screen is droids dying. So it's like,
and I think some
shows
of the
people
stuff
behind
is
it.
Okay, so I would put this here. I think it's out of the Ahsoka, out of the like non-having
Ahsoka
Anakin
Central
or Obi-Wan
arcs
or those around Ahsoka Central and Padme Central. It's one of the stronger ones. So I do think it's probably better than Framed.
I think that's fair.
Personally, I think it's more compelling.
Yeah.
Lethal Takedown. I genuinely remember nothing about the plot of this. I remember.
Is that the one where the sniper chick is
parts.
like killing senators, or is that
it's Aura Singh.
the Senate murders?
Where's Senate murders?
Second row to the right, right under Malevolence. Which one of those arcs is the one where Aura Singh is sniping people?
I don't know.
I think it's Lethal Takedown because that one has her in the thumbnail and the other one doesn't, but I also don't really remember.
Hold on, let me look through what Senate Murders is. One second. Sorry.
Bro, I'm remembering some really good arcs right now.
No, okay. Yes, this is Aura Singh is not involved with Senate Murders.
Okay, so this is Aura Singh. I think it's C tier. It's not crazy compelling. It's just senators dying.
I don't remember anything about it, so I'm going with you on this one.
I might be missing like a massive thing, but I don't think I am. I think it's C tier.
Unless there's anything that really stands out about it. Can you think of an episode that's like a banger? Because otherwise, this should be with Lost.
I think it's above Lost. Above Lost. Yeah, I can't remember any like really crazy awesome moments.
Dude, until I'm sitting here thinking about it, I never realized how awful some of these Ahsoka solo are.
Yeah, there's some. They're like hollow arcs.
Okay.
Duel of the Droids, bro. I don't like it because
just based off this image, Ahsoka should be dead.
Yeah, she should be dead.
This is first 2 seasons of Clone Wars Ahsoka fighting General Grievous.
And it's the arc where Anakin loses R2-D2, and then they're like, oh, well, it's fine, you lost a droid, it's no big deal. You'll get a new one. And he's like, well, I kind of never wiped his memory, so he has, like, information about everything.
Is this...
And then you get the fight with him and Goldie. I put it in F, bro. I don't enjoy this. I don't
I only remember parts of it. Yeah, wasn't the droid like undercover? Like
yeah, it was a separatist spy droid. That's why they fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like the whole time Ahsoka's just being like, no, he's a good droid. He's a good droid.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. Like
yeah.
And then she fights Grievous? Are you kidding me?
All right, lightsaber lost. This is a banger. This is A or S. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm trying to remember this one.
The only good solo Ahsoka arc. It has to be a minimum A, because it's very similar with Ambush, how it does the Clone Wars classic. This is the old freaking guy. This is Ahsoka loses her lightsaber. The old guy is in the library. Like they go to research stuff in the library. Remember it ends with him riding the like train as she like chases aggressively through the like streets. Of course, not streets, but areas.
Yes. No, this one was so good.
It is. I think.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
this is
we're
a
right on.
really fun
Do
arc.
you have any?
No, that's
any-
perfect. That's perfect.
Because it's kind of similar to Ambush to me.
I throw it under Ambush. I don't like it above
I
Ambush.
I like it better than Ambush.
Really?
I like I like Ambush.
It
to
is
an
more
extent. I don't
intriguing. It
love
is more
Ambush.
intriguing.
A,
Yeah.
I think, and I also think, and it's always the reason. I know A is at this point. It kind of seems like this is the criteria, but it's like for me, it's up here in A because of the same reasons as like Deserter and Ambush. Of like, it does a really good job of telling a fun Star Wars story while teaching a lesson to a kid who's watching it or whatever. And to an extent, there's also deeper. I think this one has the best managing of that and it does a good job of Ahsoka's super like over eager and trying to run. And the Jedi Master guy is great. And there's the reveal where he pulls the cane lightsaber out at the end. I think it's a very good arc.
Yeah.
The fact that I remembered
it
it this thoroughly once I got to it, I was kind of like.
I wasn't remembering it because it's too zoomed out. I couldn't see what it was. As soon as I recognized his face, I remembered the arc.
Yeah. Okay, so which Mandalore plot is this?
This is pre-Vizsla taking over. So this is when pre-Vizsla actually takes over. He fights Obi-Wan. But
is this pre-Vizsla taking over, or is this the first time we get to see pre-Vizsla? No, that's got to be Mandalore Corruption, right?
Yeah, no, this is before that, and then Corruption, he briefly takes over, loses it, and then he retakes it with Maul later. So this is.
Hold on, sorry, let me just run through the pre-Vizsla episodes real quick, just to.
This is like.
I don't, because he still has hair. You might not be able to see, but he still has hair here.
Does he not? No, he doesn't. Oh.
Hair is like early days. It was like pre-Vizsla, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
1 second. Let me scroll it a bit. Season 2's final episode. Official description: Padme on a diplomatic mission to Mandalore guarantees the pacifist planet the Republic's full protection, but she and the Duchess soon find something sinister lurking beneath the planet. Morgan smugglers with sneak. Okay, Mandalore Corruption. It doesn't have previous line, I believe. Let me.
Okay.
Will Duchess Satine's endeavor to keep Mandalore out of the Clone Wars successful, or will now faces an economic crisis? Smuggling. Mugen. Yeah. Okay. This is the first time you get pre-Vizsla. So, this is where he's on the moon, adjacent, and it ends with the Obi-Wan wears the jetpack and.
No. That is.
No, it is this one. He wears the jetpack both times in this Mandalore. I guess I should have specified that.
Oh, yeah.
But
I was thinking, like.
This was the first.
I was thinking the shot where he steps out of the ship and there's war.
No,
that's
no,
later.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all Maul stuff. Okay, so this is the first pre-Vizsla episode arc. How do you feel about this? It is the worst arc he's involved in, so wherever you rank it, the other ones will have to go above it.
I think C. I think it's C tier.
I think there's some moments that stick out. Better or worse than Boba Fett's Revenge?
Better. It's more fun.
All right. Mandalore Corruption. Okay, this one it was harder for me to remember. This is the one where Prime Minister Almec.
Yeah, guy
That's
betrays.
how he ended up in jail.
Yeah, I think it's C.
This is a
D.
This is a solo Padme arc.
I think it's D tier.
Yeah.
It adds lore to Mandalore, but as far as enjoyability while watching, it's like whatever. F tier.
Hold on. Do you think that's the right spot?
Yeah, I think that's the correct spot.
Okay. Blue Shadow virus. Do you remember anything about Blue Shadow? Okay, do we even need to discuss this? Obviously, Martinez.
It's
Look. The
the
more I've let
Martinez,
season
the
7 rest,
Martez
the more I
sisters.
realize I don't like it that
The
much.
Martez sisters is the single worst arc in
This
Clone
is
Wars history.
garbage. It just, dude, it
It
ruined that whole
sucks.
release for season 7. It was so trash.
It
The
sucks.
more I think about season 7, the more I don't like it. I don't understand how, because there's so many parts of season 7 I do like.
I like the second half, and then
Kind of like the second
Not-
half. I like what the second half does. I don't love how it all gets. I think it's stupid how
I
it
think
gets
it doesn't
there. I
tie
think
in,
half of
right?
What
And
happens is
a
stupid.
lot of the
I think
the
it's
Mandalore
really
stuff
well
is
shot, and it
dumb.
season 7 feels like a send off to like my childhood, but I don't think it's that good.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But yeah, the Martez sisters is so bad.
Is Blue Shadow virus? Is that
I
the
remember this,
the
but not
the like
at all.
mind control worms, or is that a different?
No.
What is this one?
I don't remember enough that I could describe it. No, the only thing I ever remember about it is there's those veins that like appear around Ahsoka's eye, and she goes like evil.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Oh wait, no. Blue Shadow is Naboo. Blue Shadow's Naboo. They go to Naboo, and it's in that lab. Padme has him trapped in that lab. At the end, Padme's gonna die, but obviously she doesn't die.
I don't remember that one.
Just look it up. You'll see it. You'll recognize it the second you see it. It's the weird scientist guy. Padme wears a hazmat suit.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, it's another Padme Ahsoka arc. So it's still probably.
I think it's
Somewhere in here.
Yeah. I think it's D.
I'm just somewhere between these two. I don't know where.
I think it's better than Mandalore Corruption. I don't
remember anything about. I don't remember enough about Lost, so I'd have to put it here personally, because I do remember parts of this.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think that's a good rank.
Okay, Battle of Christophsis. This, whoops, I just tried to.
This is like half of the movie.
So that he said he clarifies up here. So this is Cat and Mouse and the half the movie. I really don't. Cat and Mouse is a good episode. So that was when they were like blockade running.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably, for me, it's probably somewhere more up here in this range.
Yeah, I think it's a very high C, low B.
I would personally.
I think probably.
I'd put it. Let me see how much I remember about Cat and Mouse just from looking at it. Oh, yeah, I should probably specify that I'm talking about Clone Wars, since Cat and Mouse is such a broad term, huh? Yeah, so this is where that spider freaking homeboy was commanding the ship. Anakin discovers master weapon, prototype stealth ship. Yeah, it's the stealth ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's the best episode in that arc, and the other ones are kind of.
And the movie is like, there's some really fun parts and some really annoying parts.
The movie sucks, but
as a whole, it sucks.
The only thing I even remember liking from the movie is that scene where that clone punches that droid.
Yeah.
I would say I think it's worse than Boba Fett's Revenge.
That's fair.
All right, Maul conquers Mandalore.
Maul conquers Mandalore. So this is where he kills Satine. I think top of A. I love this arc. It's so much fun. He kills.
Oh well, I guess if it's
kills Pre Vizsla.
It's borderline to going up to S. There's so many good parts of this arc.
And there's not like a part.
The false flag. is all pretty good. It's a little extreme. That's like, it's like Al Qaeda just stops some crime once in a while, and people are like, "Holy crap! Elect Al Qaeda presidents of the United States."
That is basically how it goes. But
I do like it in that, like, to an extent. They
but
do a decent job of tying. There's some
with the
political
background,
unrest,
it's like
yeah,
with
it
all
works a
the
little.
stuff they put into Mandalore before, it's like I can kind of believe it.
So I'd say it's borderline. It might bump up later. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maul's resurrection.
This is like a weird arc, but I really enjoy it.
But you're also a Maul glazer.
I believe, assuming he did it correctly, it technically includes like Ventress finding Savage and then the Night Sisters turning him into Savage. That stuff is a little less awesome. It also technically might include the training stuff where Savage like trains with Count Dooku, which is also a lot less compelling.
I'm gonna be straight up. Most of this sucks. Like,
yeah,
the
Maul stuff is cool.
Spider droid, everything up until he gets normal legs, basically, isn't
weird.
very good.
Yeah.
The only thing is that actually, just looking at this, I don't even know if that's what this includes, because this photo looks like it's from where Obi-Wan straight up smokes out.
That's from the fight with Maul, Savage, Obi-Wan, and Ventress. That's the one with Ventress as well.
Maul.
This is where he has the like
lightsaber is?
No, that's Obi-Wan, but it's the Ventress fight, I believe.
Well, there's I thought this was from the fight where he's with that other Jedi chick and Savage straight up murders her with his horns.
I think he might be. I think those are the same arc though. No, because that one's with Hondo and the Ventress one is not.
I don't know if that's what this picture's from. Just based on it's called Maul's Resurrection makes me assume it's most of this garbage. Look, a lot of until Maul gets 2 legs, it's not very good.
I agree. Until he's actually resurrected, it's not.
And even once he has those 2 legs, it's not great. The Hondo stuff is pretty solid, and that Obi-Wan fight's really fun.
Once he gets rid of the weird claw legs, it gets better. The weird claw legs I don't like.
Let's assume it ends when Obi-Wan takes out Savage and Maul. Let's assume that. Let's just go with that. Let's assume it's all of Savage. It's going to be a very broad term, but until we see anything more specific that narrows it down, that's kind of what we're going to go with here. It's going to be all of Savage hunting him to that point. I feel like it's B tier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any preference where?
Ooh, honestly, low B tier, because there's a lot of Maul stuff. There's a lot of Maul stuff, and that's like the worst of the Maul stuff.
Yeah,
including. Maybe not. Hold on, we'll get there. I think that works. I just
tried to drink that. The Malevolence.
Fire.
Which one is this?
This is where it's the Grievous arc where they like actually. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not missing the
Malevolence. Clone Wars.
Because there's
big ship. I don't care about the ship. I want to know about the episodes.
Okay, this is the first arc of the first season.
Oh, is the one where they go out to the escape pod? Plo Koon, right?
Yes, with Plo Koon. That's the first episode, I think. And then this is a good arc. It's
solid.
The third episode has like the Padme on Grievous's ship stuff, which is kind of weird.
I would go top of B then.
But I think it's top of B tier because there's a lot of like cool stuff, and then like all the Plo Koon stuff is great.
I think if I rewatched Obi-Wan Undercover, I'd probably bump it above this, but I think this is the right spot for it.
I agree. Battle of Mon Cala.
Oh, bro, this is a banger.
Kit Fisto rules. It's not S. I think it's under 5's Conspiracy.
Personally, I have it above.
That I get that. I understand that. Because, like, bro, Kit Fisto in this arc is awesome.
I just like a lot of the ones that are like actual battle of planets.
Yeah, it's like
Like
I like.
I say that even though Battle of Christophsis is down here, but like
Well, I like the stuff where it's like they go to a planet that's very different, that's very Star Wars, and they have to
my
adapt
personal
to that
ranking
planet to
would be
fight different.
my personal ranking would be here.
I think that's fair.
Where would yours be?
I would put it under fives, but above
You'd put
Deserter.
it here.
Yeah,
Okay, so should we split the difference and go here?
that's fair.
Okay.
It's a very like Mon Cala
I
is a
think
very
it's very good.
is a very
And
Star Wars planet.
There's, touching back on what it seems like A has. There's the whole lesson of him growing up, learning to his responsibilities and all that.
Yeah.
It does a good job of all that.
It's like a very cool arc. The shark
Smoking
guy is probably my least favorite part of it. Just because
Yeah, he's a little weird.
he's kind of weird, but
when
like it's still
they
not
showed
bad.
the buildings flying out. That was cool. Like the
Yeah,
buildings
yeah,
and the
yeah,
ships.
yeah,
It was like
yeah.
that's a cool thing.
Yeah.
I agree. The shark guy's pretty weak, but the shark guy, the shark guy's villain moments where he's murdering stuff was pretty cool.
They
It
were-
was just
they were
him
cool.
as a character. So
There's like, why is there only one shark
all right,
person?
Mortis.
This is a banger. This is a
I
banger.
hate Mortis. I hate Mortis. I want to be honest.
Okay,
I hate Mortis.
Let me
so
let me explain. It's super cool, but it makes literally everything else that ever happens in Star Wars dumb and stupid.
I just hate it.
Because they get rid of Anakin's memory of it, of him like getting the visions that he's going to be Darth Vader. They like erase his memories, and they're just like, yo, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, don't, just chill, just forget. And I don't think, if I'm remembering correctly, they keep their memories of the Mortis arc, which is super weird.
I don't remember
Obi-Wan-
that much about Mortis.
Obi-Wan has the visions of Qui-Gon. Ahsoka has the visions of her future self. There's a lot of really weird stuff.
Wait, hold on. Because I guess this technically shouldn't play into our argument. So Obi-Wan has the visions of Qui-Gon, yet then was, again, this doesn't factor
Yes,
into our
I know
argument,
what you're
yet
gonna
then
say.
was mind blown when Yoda was like, you can talk to Qui-Gon.
I think it's because it wasn't like forced. It wasn't actual Qui-Gon. It was
Yeah,
Mortis
still,
giving him a vision. So it was like a
but
different
he was
thing.
but he was still mind blown.
Yeah, he was.
He was like Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Look, I'll leave this to you because you clearly remember the depth of it a lot more. I just know this was a skip for me. Every time I got to these, I'd be like, all right.
Okay, the reason
I don't like Mortis. I think it's so I don't think it's Clone Wars at all. There's no droid. There's no clone. I thought it was trash.
the only the like reason that I think like the only positives I have are it like shows that Anakin is the chosen one. Like that's the part I like. It's like Anakin is
if
the
I was
chosen.
personally,
But that's the
we'll go
best thing that
personal, and then
happens.
we're gonna have to debate where we fit it. Personally, for me, it's top of F tier. Where does it go for you? Where would be your personal rank? No, I think it is top of F tier. Where would be your personal ranking if you were ranking it?
Top of D. It's got to be
You
top
would put
of D.
it top of
Because
So
okay,
you do think it's only
the moment where he tames the light side and the dark side at the same time, is it cool? Yes. Does it show like he is the chosen one? Yes. Is it dumb because it's just an isolated thing and then like none of it matters going forward? Yes, that's stupid. It's dumb. Why does
again? It is just none of it matters in Clone Wars itself. We're not even talking about
even
like,
later on it doesn't matter. Like it's really like, oh, that's super cool. It doesn't matter ever at any point. It's like, oh, all right.
I'd be fine with this.
I think that's fair.
That's where I'd put it. If I'm being nice. Again, for me, here. Arguably here. But Ahsoka is so annoying in Duel of the Droid. Now that you pointed that out, I literally cannot not think about it.
No, Goldie's a good droid.
Of how awful she is in Duel of the Droids. If you want
Anakin.
to rant about Mortis for 2 seconds, I gotta piss so badly.
All right.
If you want to keep ranting about Mortis.
I can rant about Mortis. It's like, you leave. Leave. Mortis is. Do I like part of it? Yes. And like I said, the Chosen One stuff it's cool. And him, like, grappling with the light and the dark side, and then finding a balance is cool. in a vacuum, but then you apply it to the rest of Star Wars, and it's like, what? Like, how does this... It has no implications on anything else, even though it's, like, a big deal. It... Literally, just the only good thing is it shows them the chosen one. The visions Ahsoka has are weird in my... Like, they're weird. I get what it's doing. It's weird. And it's also inconsistent with her later design in Rebels and other stuff, and it's little inconsistencies that piss me off because it's dumb and unnecessary. But and then the Obi-Wan Qui-Gon stuff is just like, it makes sense but it has no effect on anything after the arc. It's like the most self-contained arc ever, because it's literally like, oh, this is all gonna matter. This is a huge deal. None of it matters as soon as the arc's over. You are muted.
Wasn't Mortis the Netflix stuff too? Wasn't that Netflix? That and Five's Conspiracy was Netflix, right?
I believe so.
This is like the end of of Netflix, wasn't it? Because didn't Yoda get involved?
Not
Yoda involved? I might be mixing up multiple.
Yoda is not involved in Mortis.
Because Yoda, the one I'm thinking is Yoda learning about Sifo Dyas.
Sifo Dyas, and then he sees like Darth Bane.
Yeah.
And fights the dark side Yoda. That's that's the last episode of season 6.
Yeah, that's the Netflix stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Cloak of Darkness. I'm assuming you don't remember this one either.
I
looked it up and I saw a picture of the guy and I recognized him. I gotta actually figure out.
Is it the one where Obi-Wan and Quinlan Vos fight Ventress? Or team up with Ventress?
It's no, because this is Ahsoka's head. This is when this is when Ventress is captured on the ship, and there's that one guy. Just look up Cloak of Darkness. You'll see the photo and you'll immediately recognize him. This is when Newt Gunray gets captured.
Oh, yeah, it's like the Republic Guards guy. This isn't great. It's not great. I was thinking of a different arc with Obi-Wan and Ventress. I think this is not great. Probably D tier. I also just really don't like that guy. Like the Republic Guard. He's an idiot. He's incompetent. He sucks.
I'd put it above.
I know, but
I do
sucks.
like. I like the whole concept of Gunray getting captured and that, but
yeah.
Little traitor story. I'd probably put it above Lethal Takedown, but again, I don't remember anything about Lethal Takedown, so
Lethal Takedown.
that's where I'd put it. That's where I'd put it, but dude, it's gonna be so hard for me to rank stuff within D because I just hate Mortis so much.
Bro, the Citadel.
Okay, so Citadel. So I think we have our next S tier. Dude, I'm noticing a trend up here with S tier.
It's Domino Squad, bro.
Only thing you take away from Citadel is
season 7. Echo comes back.
It gets undercut,
it
but the moment still hits. The moment still hits afterwards.
In the arc, it's like, oh shit.
In the moment, it still hits.
Yeah. It's big.
I do believe this was the very first Clone Wars episode. It's one of the first Clone Wars episodes I watched was this guy. It was the scene. It was the episode where Echo died. But
yeah, I think
I'd put it below.
I think it is the lowest S tier, but it's like it's good. It's just good.
Night Sisters Massacre, Savage murders.
No, that's Grievous. That's Grievous murking him.
Grievous murders everyone.
That's the one where Grievous goes to Dathomir and just like kills 98% of the Night Sisters. I think it's above Ahsoka Framed.
Yes, but I don't know.
I think it's like right there.
I think the
cool.
stuff that's stronger in the Maul stuff is stronger than stuff that's in here.
Yes, I agree.
I think that's what pushes it over for me. The best of the Maul Resurrection, based on what we judged it on, again, I don't know what the original intention of Maul's resurrection was.
Based on okay, can you scroll down for me? Okay, the Maul's resurrection does not include the Savage stuff. That's the second one right now. Night Sisters. That's the arc where she recruits Savage.
That's about fighting Savage.
And
I never
making
really
him into Savage.
Yes, so we can cut that part out. I still think the weakest part of Maul's resurrection though is
I agree. I think it stays in the same spot. I just wanted to clarify.
Everything up until in parts with the Hondo stuff. But some of the Maul stuff. The early on Maul stuff was a bit rough.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, D Squad. I feel like we're gonna disagree on D Squad. How do you feel about D Squad?
Okay, 90% of it.
Even if we disagree, this would be one that people would see how you rank it and totally forget what happens. The only reason people like D Squad is because of Gregor. D Squad sucks.
That's exactly what I'm gonna say. 90 to 95% of it is literally garbage, and then it's like, Gregor, this is awesome, and then it's over and it's back to being garbage.
Gregor's dead. All right, Rebels is so stupid.
Gregor blew up.
This is the problem with Rebels. Gregor's dead, and Wolf should not be there.
Wolf should either be dead or not there. Like,
who was Wolf with? Wolf was.
He was Plo Koon,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Wolf should be a leader in the Empire or decommissioned as a clone by that point. He'd be a decommissioned soldier by that point.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's
we're not doing Rebels here. We're not doing Rebels here. We're doing D Squad. Look, some of the Gregor stuff is cool. I think most of the Gregor stuff is kind of cool, and people just liked his armor. He was a clone commando, which gave people nostalgia.
I think it was literally just singing Clone Commando. People were like, yeah! But they forgot the rest of the arc.
End of a garbage arc. I do not like this arc.
The entire arc
A lot of people
sucks.
do like it. It's a nice twist. I think 90% of it's trash. It's just R2 with a bunch of incompetent other droids.
It's not even a nice twist. It's literally just like, you know how it's usually like clones and then Jedi? This is just droids.
I think there's stuff here that could have worked. I just think overall it sucks.
You're putting it really high. I think it's D tier.
I was just kind of gauging it up here, but yeah, but dude, I'm falling for the Gregor propaganda. It's like, but Gregor's so tough.
Think about okay, if Gregor wasn't in it, it would be F tier.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
And one character for 10 minutes can only bring it up like one tier.
Let me apologize to you real quick. I was assuming you were gonna be a Gregor propagandist listener, and that's why we were.
I love Gregor.
I was gonna have to remind you.
Gregor's awesome.
I was gonna have to remind you that the entirety of the rest is the only other main issue I have with it is that it's so long. It's one of the longest individual arcs.
It's so long of nothing.
It's longer than Umbara, I feel like.
It's literally
like
just
5 or 6 episodes.
It's like them wandering through the desert for literally like an entire episode.
And it might not even be as long as I remember. Well, no, because they were in space for a while. There's a whole bunch of stuff that happens before
there is.
That's why it sucks.
Dude, it might be F tier, actually. Hold on.
It's not F tier. It's not that bad.
I guess Gregor...
Dude, freaking Mortis is so... It's better... I will say it is better than... I don't remember Ahsoka... Okay, do you remember Ahsoka Lost?
No, I genuinely think we should throw it in Don't Remember.
I only remember parts of it, and I don't remember enough to be fair to it. So I'm gonna chuck it down because I don't want to be unfair to Ahsoka Lost. I remember the core elements. I don't remember enough of what happened. So
yeah,
gosh,
I think Night Sisters is
so bad. Sorry, no, I'm still sitting here, and I don't even know if this is the right spot. It's so bad. It probably is F tier. Does Gregor pull it out of F tier? It can't, right? There's too many bad episodes.
I think he pulls it above the other sewage, but he doesn't pull it out of the sewage.
Are just the droids in and of himself having a horrible story better than Goldie's great?
Goldie is so good. And then, bro, it's just R2 and Goldie flying around fighting.
I think the attempt of what was happening is better, and the Gregor stuff is good enough that it should get some points.
Yeah.
There's just too much crap that comes before the Gregor stuff. It's not even just because Gregor's cool. There was some cool moments with the holocron, him refusing to admit he wasn't. It is a little weird. It's like this droid just brainwashed this totally chill guy and made him fight a war as a soldier. there was so much more. They needed to do more with the clone commandos. I don't know why they didn't.
They really should have done a lot with the clone commandos.
There should have been an arc. They got that one scene where they escorted the Jedi's body back,
and it was like,
tough.
yo,
Like,
why aren't they every other episode?
All right,
Why don't
Night
they have a
Sisters.
season? Bottom of C, top of D. It's not great.
I really like the trials. stuff.
Oh no, the trials are actually really cool.
I do think it's probably C tier because that's about the only thing I remember being good from this.
Yeah. I think it's under
that's just
layer
one
of
episode.
Grievous, but above the rest. Yeah, no, I forgot about
No,
the...
I'd put it here. Bro, I don't know. I thought maybe we are too harsh on Mandalore plot. This feels out of place. Mandalore plot does.
It's like one of the worst... It's the worst Vizsla arc, though.
Vizsla only has 2 arcs.
It's 3...
I don't think it's that bad. You say it's the worst. I don't think it is. Even if there was other arcs, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's great. I think C tier is the right spot for it. I just think
I'm not saying it's that bad. I just think it's not
I think
like...
it's this. I think that's where I'd put it.
That's fair. And it does have a lot of cool Mandalorian stuff.
Because I do think it's better than Dooku Captured, but I think Night Sisters is worse than Dooku Captured.
Yeah.
I think it's better. I think if you rewatched it, you'd like it more than you remember.
Night Sisters?
No, Mandalore plot. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Nomad droids.
Okay, I don't remember Nomad droids. I kind of remember it, but not enough. This would be a similar thing for Ahsoka Lost for me.
Yeah, I think just throw it and don't remember.
I'm
Otherwise,
gonna look up briefly.
if
I'm
I
gonna briefly look, and if nothing comes to head, then I'm gonna move on. This is the 6th episode of the 4th season. Maybe it's better than season 4 is real solid.
Season 4 was really good.
Yeah, I don't. Nothing's coming to my mind lately enough. So
I don't
would
remember
jump in
it.
here.
I'd
put it
the
in.
cover of what I'm looking at. I remember that shot, but I don't remember any of the context of what was happening.
All right. Ooh, Brain Invaders and the Geonosis arc prior,
Bro, this was a good arc.
and it has to be above Framed because it sets up Framed and it's better.
Yeah,
So-
it's like a better version of Framed.
I think it's better than Malevolence, so I'd go top
I
of
agree.
B, bottom of A.
I think it's top of B. I don't think it quite makes A tier.
The Brain Invaders in and of itself is really good stuff, and then
Mhm.
I think the rest of it around it's all really solid.
Yeah.
The Geonosis stuff is really solid.
Yeah. I don't think it has any one moment that takes it like super high. It's just like all really solid.
I could be wrong, but I think Brain Invaders is a reference. I think it's the similar thing to the Death Troopers thing, like in the book Death Troopers. Could be completely mixing those two things.
I think it's... They're both like brain control stuff, but the Death Troopers is more... Or the... Which one are you thinking of? Death Troopers or...
the book Death Troopers.
That's
That's a zombie.
That's
book.
like a
It's
zombie
it's something else.
consciousness thing.
I could have mixed those two up, but whatever.
It's like a
Um,
similar type thing, but it's more of a zombie versus just mind control. Which arc is that?
Rescuing
I can't
Rod of the Hut.
Oh,
Rescuing Rod of the Hut. Do you? Better. Early Ahsoka is an issue.
yeah.
Hey, aren't you hyped to see Rod of the Hut back in Grogu?
Bro, that was the like glup shido of all glup shidos, bro. It's like, hey kids, hey fellow kids, remember this side
Remember
character?
Rod of the Hut.
It's like,
okay,
bro.
better than Martez Sisters.
Yeah, obviously.
I think. I can't remember. No, dude, it's so bad.
It's bad, bro. It's
Worse than Duel of
bad.
the Droid.
Yes, yes. It is
It's
so bad. It's
so bad. But
so bad.
you've stuck in my brain, Ahsoka. Goldie. You've stuck
Goldie's
that
a
in my
good
head now.
droid.
So it's like I can't.
You
I
gotta
just
think.
can't. It's like
Okay, think about how annoying the like
I know.
original
Just
Ahsoka
that's
was,
the
though.
one. That's just the one that sticks in my brain now. So
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. You're
You
probably
just
right.
gotta remember.
Jedi Crash.
We have to take Rada back.
Jedi Crash.
I don't remember which.
It's. I remember it pretty blatantly. You might have to look it up. The ship crashes. They end up on that weird planet with those strange little alien boys, and there was a separatist base there, and
Yep. This is this is a solid arc. I think Low B is good.
better than it's better than Framed.
Better than Framed.
It's better than Night Sister Massacre.
Yes. It's not better than. No, it's not better than Maul.
Yeah, I wish we had a far more explicit term of what Maul's resurrection was.
Yeah, it's very
the
vague.
first half it's so bad, and the second half it's really solid. So it's kind of like
yeah, that's just the stuff like Maul gets
if I
resurrected.
had a
and
better
fights
term,
Kenobi
I'd
the
feel
first
like it'd be more like this. But because I don't have the term, I'm going with that.
Yeah, I agree.
There's not enough splitting for me to know. Okay, Bad Batch.
I enjoyed it.
I don't like it.
I don't like the Bad Batch the show.
I don't like the show either. I think
the arc.
I
really hate the Echo thing. I hate that.
It's worse. This is the highest it can go. I think
agree.
It should be somewhere down.
I think it should be in C tier. There's a lot of fun, cool stuff, but the Echo stuff genuinely pisses me off so much that
They were interesting characters, and yes, I know that, and I'm not just hating on it because it's Disney. I know they were gonna do Bad Batch before Disney took over and brought back the Clone Wars. I didn't love it. I don't know, and I really don't like the show either. I don't know. It just felt like a weird way to open up season 7, but like.
Well, that's not how they opened. That's how it was Martez sisters, and then.
No, it didn't. No, it was Bad Batch, then Martez sisters. The first episodes were Bad Batch.
Were they?
That's why Martez sisters was so much worse, because it just led into that.
Oh, I thought Martez sisters were first.
No, Martez sisters was in the middle.
Oh. That's
because Martez sisters built up the Mandalore stuff. That's why Bad Batch always felt weird to me, because it was just like random.
Yeah, it was like disconnected from the rest.
Yeah, Clone Force 99. It's a fun nod. I think it's worse than Dooku Capture.
That's fair.
And I'd probably argue worse than Night Sisters, but you're right. A lot of the Night Sister stuff is just too. Yeah, I just really do like that Trials episode.
Yeah.
Liberation of Ryloth, Raxer Boiler.
This is a banger.
Or Waxer
Boyle,
sorry.
Is
it's
a banger.
It's Boyle, right?
Yeah, Waxer and Boyle.
It's a solid one.
It's good.
I don't quite think it's A.
I think it should be.
It's that classic Clone Wars thing of like there's a good lesson in there. It's a fun story. It's a good war thing. I think it's worse than Brain Invader.
I think right there, or maybe ahead of Malevolence.
Yeah, I put it ahead of Malevolence. I think to me it gets bonus points because it's a good clone story that's not just the 501st.
Yeah. I like when they branch off.
Which I know that's a bit random of a thing to judge it on, but it's kind of like I just need. Sometimes it's a good little
other clones too. Yeah.
It set up other clones that weren't just Domino Squad.
Yeah.
Also, boost up Battle of Umbar even more, so we'll move that up to S+ tier. Okay, Senate murder. So you might have to double check this one because you didn't remember it. But this is a senator gets murdered, and there's a big twist. This chick here, the undercover chick, actually is the one who did it. It's a Padme solo arc.
Oh, this arc sucks.
I think it's all right. I'd put it there.
Okay.
It's like Cloak of Darkness. I like the murder mystery.
It's cool. I just don't like all the.
I feel like it's better than some of the. I feel like it's probably one of the better Padme solo arcs.
I think it's one of the better Padme solo arcs, but the ceiling isn't very high for those. I think
technically our ceiling is. Where is our ceiling? Technically our ceiling is Pursuit of Peace, but that's more of an Ahsoka Padme. There's like Ahsoka Padme arcs. There's Ahsoka solo arcs and there's Padme solo arcs.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's better than Mandalore Corruption. So this is Padme solo arc.
I don't think it's
And-
better than Cloak of Darkness. I think it's in the right spot.
I think it's almost a worse. It's kind of a worse. There's a big twist. Like it's a twist thing. It's not quite the same storyline, but it's a similar.
Yeah, there's like a
worse thing.
Uh,
Hold on, I'm just sitting here and realizing this, which means I need to, I guess, ask this. Was Holocron Heist was part of that? Not. Maybe this just isn't in it. Nope, never mind. I see it. I will tell you what I said when we get to it. I don't want to push us too far off track.
all right.
Okay, Senate Spy. So this is that one we were remembering.
Okay, I think it's.
Where did we have it? Crap, we should have written down where it was.
I think we had it C.
We should have just swapped them.
I think we had a C. I don't like Clovis.
There.
Almost D because it really only has the one fun moment where Anakin beats the crap out of him.
That's true.
I think it's D just because there's like, if there's
well, hold on. It's yes, Anakin's part of it. It's basically a sad Padme solo arc. So is it worse? I'd say it's worse.
It's worse. Yeah, it has exactly one cool moment, and the rest is just Clovis being.
Mortis sucks.
It's literally 95% Clovis being horny, and then Anakin beating him up, and then Clovis being like, "Nah, bro, I'm actually cool."
Siege of Mandalore, Order 66. The part of my brain that loved the crap out of this when I was watching it live wants me to put it up here. It's not up there.
No, it's.
But I would say it's the best Ahsoka solo arc. I think too much of it just doesn't make any sense.
Ahsoka shouldn't have beat Maul.
No, but I don't even. Sure, yes, but like on top of that, it's like Maul shouldn't be there.
Ahsoka shouldn't be there. She was expelled from the Order. Like,
and this includes Order 66, which we already said takes away a bit from 5's conspiracy.
Yes,
so it should go lower.
It should be under.
There's some really cool stuff in here. The fight scene between Maul and Ahsoka. I know you hate it just because Maul loses, but
it is a good.
It's an objectively awesome lightsaber.
No, the fight is awesome. It's just it didn't end how I think it should have ended.
The final shot of is like. The final shot's really awesome, just because it's like. It sucks because it has to end on a low note, but it is like that's like the final send off to your childhood was that final shot with the clone heads all on the.
Yeah, and Darth Vader holding her. Yeah.
Yes, and that was cool. The owl being there was cool, and
yeah,
it's like that shot in and of itself would be S tier. The problem is everything before it. Like Rex shouldn't have had his chip. Ahsoka should not have been there. It was like it ruins Ahsoka frame. So it does have to go below Ahsoka frame.
I agree.
At a bare minimum, because it ruins Ahsoka frame. Because it's just like, okay, so what was the whole reason of her dipping if they're just like, come back?
And it also, I think the thing it takes away the most is Revenge of the Sith. It's like, why would Anakin be so stressed about being kicked out of the Order for being with Padme when he could literally come back and fight for them at any time if they need it?
But if we were including it in that as a whole, if you're looking at it as a wide thing,
it'd be even lower.
That would drag it down even more.
But not including that, that's just another gripe I have with it.
Yeah, and on top of that, Revenge of the Sith. One thing that Ahsoka as a character ruins a lot of Revenge, it ruins a lot of Star Wars lore. The one thing she does add is it really adds an extra element of Anakin not trusting the Jedi for Revenge of the Sith.
Exactly, which this also takes away from. Yeah,
because they literally just call her back up.
This also takes away.
Not even a week before.
I feel like this takes away from the Maul reveal in Rebels. Because
it does.
Because if Ahsoka already beat him and now she's significantly more powerful, why is she with two other Jedi still petrified? I get it's still a threat.
Yeah, this is why Ahsoka never should have got brought to live action, because she really is just
she hurts the canon.
She is a lore destroying character.
Yeah, because
the existence of her character in live action means that time travel is real. Means that time travel, you can bring anyone back from the dead you want because the world between worlds. So the world between worlds is real, and all of that's real. But yes, it's just if we were looking at it in the broad Star Wars sense, and also Maul and Rebels sucks until that Kenobi fight.
Yes, correct. Well,
that was just
yeah,
Dave Filoni had a cool character.
he
No,
has,
no, no.
he has
That
some
was just
tough.
Dave
Yeah,
Filoni's
okay.
character.
He has some tough moments. They're not good.
Him being on that Sith planet
And like
makes more sense
his
with how
monologuing is like it's cool, but it's not good.
and him being on that Sith planet that Ezra runs into him on
Yeah.
makes more sense with how his arc ended before the season 7 of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Now it makes no sense, and look, Maul should have. I love the Kenobi fight. I think it's a really cool breakdown of a fight in Rebels, and it's awesome. Maul should have just be dead after the siege of Mandalore, after his original Mandalore takeover, and Palpatine should just kill him. Like, that should be the end of Maul. I know you love Maul, but like, let's be real. He showed up in Solo. He showed up in Rebels.
It hurt a lot of stuff in a way that just literally made zero sense at all. It's like,
a dude who only came back to life in the first place because he was a cool-looking character just keeps getting brought back because he's a cool-looking character.
Yeah. It's a fly.
I know you're Darth Maul Glazer, so I know it hurt you. It's better than Mandalore plot. Looking at it as, now that we've looked at it as Clone Wars as a whole, just I guess kind of looking at it in the vacuumed arc itself. If this stood alone from everything else, it'd probably be up here next year. It doesn't. That's the issue.
Yeah. I think C. I think it's high C.
Top.
I think
I would put up top.
I think it's at the top.
Yep. Because I think it has to be a tier below Ahsoka Framed just because of how much it destroys Ahsoka Framed.
I agree with that.
Okay, Sphere of Influence. This one is a weird one that I actually don't remember at all now that I see this one here. So
I don't either, actually.
Sphere of Influence. Let me look this one up. I gotta start. It's like I expect Google to understand that I'm looking stuff up in terms of Clone Wars. So it's like,
Oh, this is on Pantora. This is Pantora.
I thought that's what this one was.
Sphere of
Hold on, are you
Influence
sure?
is Pantora.
I thought that's what this one was.
What?
Trespass.
Which one?
Trespass. Pantora in peril. The newly elected chairman of Pantora, Baron Papadono, is caught in a deadly political game. The Trade Federation has blockaded Pantora.
Is that Trespass?
No, I'm looking at this is the episode titled Sphere of Influence.
Okay, so Sphere of Influence is. Wait. Yeah, Sphere of Influence.
Right, it takes place on Pantora.
Sphere. Okay, it's confusing because it's both planets with blue people. Sphere of Influence is on Pantora. Trespass is on Orto Plutonia.
Okay, I don't remember anything about Sphere of Influence. You're gonna have to so I will, if you remember enough that you feel confident to rank it, then I'll leave it up to you. But
okay, I don't. Okay, Trespass is the one where they're like looking for the missing clones, and then they ride the like.
I remember Trespass very well.
It's where they ride
don't
like the
remember
wolf
this one at
things.
all.
It also has the like senator guy from Pantora because this planet is near Pantora.
Yes, I vaguely remember. Well, it's the same. It is the same blue people. We're not just alien races. We're not just space races. It's the same blue people. That planet is like it's like a colony of Pantora.
Yeah. So. No, Pantora. This is
no. It is because this senator guy feels entitled to this planet, and that's why they were gonna kill these little boys here. But the other chick says no.
Okay, okay. Technically, Pantora is a moon of Orto Plutonia, but
Yes,
Orto
but
Plutonia
the
is more
people-
uninhabitable. So it's Pantora is like the bigger political.
They feel like they own the planet. Essentially.
Yes.
I don't remember this one. Do you remember this at all?
Not enough to actually rate it.
The Disappeared. Mace Windu is fighting a Night Sister in this image here.
No. Yes. Wait.
Yes.
What?
Yes. What? Wait. Yes. That's what's happening.
Sorry, I thought that was.
Yeah. Thanks, bro. Yeah.
I thought that was. Um, the one where they turn invisible and try to kill Dooku.
I vaguely remember that episode now that you mentioned that. But it might be if it's called The Disappeared.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm thinking.
But this is what's happening in the image. Oh, this is the one.
Oh, this is the weird prophecy with Jar
Mace
Jar.
Windu.
Yeah. This is not great.
This is the invisible one, though.
It's the same arc?
Yes.
Okay.
Disappeared Part 1 has an image of Jar Jar turning invisible, I think. I don't remember Season 6 real well, so.
I don't remember a lot of this one. I remember it wasn't amazing. And it was like one of the worst Mace Windu Clone Wars moments. I believe.
Maybe this has nothing to do with Dooku.
Maybe. I either don't remember or like D.
Okay, well, do you feel strong enough that it's D, or?
I'd say don't remember, but probably D. Trespass, I think,
How
is
do you feel about
solid. It was like cool.
I really only remember the one moment from it.
I think it was another like they have to have different.
Wanting to boost it is just because Rex's snowtrooper armor was tough.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I like when they go to like different Star Warsy planets and they have to adapt to that planet. So they have different armor and like different stuff. I think that stuff's cool because it's very Star Wars. Like Star Wars has a lot of different planets.
The message in it is very. Let's just say I don't agree with the lesson in it that they teach. I think it's a little stupid.
I don't even remember what it is.
Okay, well it's maybe this is me reading too much into it. It's a very like anti-Native American, like, or not anti. It's very pro-Native American indigenous. That like of like we are the civilized society. We don't own the right to conquer this planet of monkey animals. You know, and I do think
that is the storyline.
They dial it up to a trillion. So it is like I agree with the decision they make in the show. That's my read on what the message actually is. But they dial it up to a trillion because it's the other guy being like, let's just splash their head in on concretes and run over them with school buses. he's like cartoonishly evil because he's a cartoon character and they are telling the story to kids. And maybe it's not that. Maybe I just read way too much into what actually the arc is. But to me, that's the message behind what this episode was.
Yeah. I think it's C tier. It's not amazing, but it has like the cool. I like the Star Warsiness of new.
If
planet,
I am reading too much into it, forgive me. The guy does call them savages, and they're holding an arrowhead spear. So
yeah.
If I read too much into that, then I guess that's my fault. But it's a little on the nose.
Yeah.
Right, this is another season 6. Like I said, I might not have seen season 6 all the way through because I really don't remember a lot of these episodes.
Yeah, this is the weird, like, Yoda has the vision, and then he goes and finds, like, those weird people. It's the Sifo-Dyas thing, and then he confronts...
Just an arbitrary question. Are those the wills that he finds? It's not the wills, is it?
No? Hold on.
I feel like it's the wills, but I could be completely wrong. Because that, like, Guardians of the Wills from Rogue One, and originally A New Hope was, or Star Wars was going to be the Journal of the Wills or whatever. I mean, it is, so it's a whole... I don't know. I think it's okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't remember season 6 very well, so I'll leave it up to you. How do you feel about this?
So they're not technically the wills. They're basically just mysterious force wielders. But yeah, it's
That's
the wills. I think him fighting the dark version of himself, the remnants.
Hold on. You look up wills, those images come up.
Okay, yeah, it's the wills.
Force priestess.
He finds the remnant of Bane. Finds out about.
Well, this is all about the.
Finds out about the rule of 2 and stuff. I think it's a good arc. It's like kind of weird,
Interesting world building stuff.
but it
I'd
does
leave
have
this
some
up to
cool
you.
world building. I think it's
I
like
feel like it's like Mortis if it didn't suck.
yeah, it's like if Mortis was good. It's like mysterious force building stuff that you learn new things. I think it's B. Under Malevolence, I think. Just because like the lore of it is cool.
We will need to make sure we save this at some point after me and you have both rewatched Clone Wars. We should revisit this.
Yeah, we'll do a little run through again.
And just like how much of this was nostalgia cheese and how much Younglings. How do you feel about Younglings? For me, this is a like blatant.
It's like
somewhere in C tier.
It's
there
like
is one episode that I love, and the rest of it is so meh.
It's hyper mid. It's cool to see the lore of like this is how Younglings
of the one episode with the crystal, like where they're in the cave, is awesome. And
yes.
I love that episode.
Like them building
up in S tier,
building their lightsabers, finding the crystals, all that stuff is
everything
cool,
else sucks.
But it's not like good other than that. It's like
once Ahsoka becomes the main central part of it, it starts to suck.
Exactly. And like it's cool lore because it's like okay, this is how you get your lightsaber.
Jedi
Wookiee, awesome.
That's what we all wanted. Generally, they didn't screw that up in the show like The Acolyte.
Those who know.
This is where I'd put it.
I agree. It
has one amazing episode.
The concept is so like interesting because it's like you get to learn about like Younglings, which is cool. But then it sucks for a lot of it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and I think in just that one episode of the crystal hunting is so great that
it's so cool.
It is similar to like it's better than this. That's why it's all the way here. But it's similar to like Dooku Captured or Boba Fett's Revenge or Night Sisters, where there's one episode that I really like. In this case, I think it's actually just a really good episode.
Mm-hmm.
If the rest of it was at least mediocre, it could be up an A. To be honest,
I agree
because it does. I think there's good lessons in it, and I think it tells it's good lore building. It's all
and
that,
even like all the characters that you just met all have a decent arc in it. Like,
yeah,
it's good.
Okay,
Zillo Beast,
Pedro. I vaguely remember Zillo Beast, but I don't.
Bro, it's literally such an insane episode.
Yeah, don't they have the Zillo Beast on
Coruscant? It tries to kill Palpatine. Like, because they find it, and then he clones it. It tries to get... It's so weird. It's like, some of it is cool. But it's
here's Godzilla. Let's store him in New York City.
I forget, why did Palpatine, like... He wanted to clone it and make a different one for a specific reason, but I don't remember what that reason was.
I'm going to be honest, just based on the concept of them keeping this on Coruscant in and of itself, I would put it here.
Yeah. Hold on.
With below Droid Squad.
I need to remember why Palpatine, like, wanted to clone.
Hey, even any of that, I just think it's so stupid. There was no reason they would keep it on Coruscant. It's a gargantuan serpent creature.
Yeah, I don't know. It was for scientific study, but I don't remember what for.
Oh, by the way, one Zilbeast lived in wild space where it was worshipped as a god by Binathi, though it was later killed by Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren has killed a Zilbeast.
That... I don't like that. I don't think you should have been able to kill Zillo Beast.
Like, you don't like Kylo Ren being able... You don't like Kylo Ren?
No, I like Kylo Ren. Well...
No, you're okay, hold on. Whoa,
okay, no, hold on.
Whoa, okay.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Stop. Let me explain. I like the concept of Kylo Ren. I don't like anything else.
How do you like the concept? Because he's a masked guy who breathes weirdly and has a red lightsaber? Just be honest. You thought the mask looked cool and you liked the crossguard lightsaber. And you like Adam Driver. Be honest. You don't actually like anything else about it. You just thought it looked
You got me. I like Adam Driver.
You
Lightsaber's
like
cool.
the crossguard lightsaber, and you thought he looked cool. That is literally it. And you thought it was. And when you're watching Force Awakens, you're like, he just froze a blaster bolt.
Bro, that was so tough. That was so tough. I was literally, bro.
Yeah, okay.
The start of that movie when he froze it, I was like, oh my god, we're back. This is like he's
All
a
right.
whole other level, and then he was just terrible. Zero's escape.
This is when Cad Bane holds Sinners hostage.
Oh.
This I couldn't remember. I was like, why isn't that episode? Why don't I see that on here? And then that was what I was thinking.
No, this is
earlier,
good.
but it's better than Holocron Heist.
I think it's top of A tier. I think it caps off A tier.
No, I'd put it below Conquest of Mandalore.
That's true, because yeah, it has to be.
I'd
second,
put it here.
though. It's such a
the
good.
best Cad Bane.
There's a
It's
fly.
the best Cad Bane. So
Yeah.
this is Cad Bane. That's
It's
what it is.
the
This
yeah.
and Holocron Heist is Cad Bane. That's like these two arcs are why we think Cad Bane's so cool.
Yeah.
So it's like it has to be right here.
Because like Cad Bane's worst Clone Wars arc that he's in is probably Obi-Wan Undercover, which is still like I still
He's
like.
a minor character. He's not the main guy.
Yeah, it's like I still like it. It's still good. It's just his worst one because he's in the back.
But yes, these two arcs are literally why we used to think Cad Bane was the coolest guy ever.
Yeah.
These two arcs are sick.
Cool space cowboy with like a weird funky voice. Awesome.
Zygarian slavers. Again, this has one of the most memed moments from Clone Wars where he's
Yeah.
like, you won't chilling on Hard, and then Rex just.
He will.
So, how do you feel about this outside of that?
I think it's cool to have Anakin like dealing with slavers because he was a slave, obviously. So I think it's like there's compelling stuff. There's some weird moments with like the leader chick.
I think it's good though.
But it's good. I think it's really good. I think it should be probably.
This is the range I'm feeling.
It's somewhere in there. I think it's below Ryloth for certain, and I think it's above Pursuit of Peace. I don't know if I like it more than Obi-Wan Undercover, to be completely honest. Nope, I do, because Obi-Wan faking his death is dumb. Other than that, Obi-Wan Undercover's better. Obi-Wan Undercover, for me, would be high A tier.
I'd have to
if
rewatch
Obi-Wan
Undercover.
I would too,
I
but
remember so many parts of it, but
it
I
would
don't
be
remember it
way
that
higher
good.
if you didn't have to have him fake his death. I get why you do for what they wanted to do with the arc, but I
hell?
think that's
I don't
dumb.
remember Bombad. I kind of, but not at all remember Bombad Jedi. Oh wait, I actually might like this episode. I'm not gonna lie. This might be the only good thing Jar Jar's ever done, if I can even remember it. This is the one where it's R2, C-3PO, and Jar Jar, isn't it? No, I actually.
Yes,
I
yes.
would honestly. I think this is the only good thing Jar Jar's ever been a part of.
Yeah, it's
So-
where he like pretends to be a Jedi. I don't think
he
it's
saves Padme.
yeah. It's like a
Worse than
cool.
Ahsoka Framed. It's worse than Ahsoka Framed. It's worse than Younglings. It's worse than Siege of Mandalore.
I think it's worse than Lair of Grievous. I think it's worse than Mandalore plot. I think it's better than Trespass.
I think it's right there. I think that's the right spot.
It's cool because it's like, yo, Jar Jar's not totally worthless all the time.
I think if it was a little bit stronger, it would be up here with like these really good lessons and like
Yeah,
Star
because it
Wars
has like a
stuff.
good like
It's got a good meta lesson of even though you're a worthless
like Jar
piece of
Jar
crap,
Jar
you learn
Jar's
a bunch of stuff.
Jar Jar's clumsy and he is a coward basically. But in this arc, it's like him being brave to save his friends. So like it's good.
All right, final arc. The Onderon Rebels. Parts of this are really good. Parts of it are pretty mid and pretty rough.
There's some rough spots.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. My main critique with this, bro, Ross doesn't end up with Rachel, bro. Like it Lux and Ahsoka, bro. That that was like, you know, there's a whole will they won't they thing going there, and it was just like, no, actually kill yourself.
Yeah, the Saw Gerrera was pretty cool.
Saw Gerrera was so background though. He wasn't even really that big of
It's
a part
true.
of this arc. It was his sister who dies, obviously in the end.
It was solid.
It's a very mediocre arc. I feel like.
Like, yeah. I think it's C tier.
It's a very Ahsoka-centered thing. I do think it's one of the more interesting ones because it's like Anakin, who obviously has a wife, has to like is like with Ahsoka. And he's like, hey, like I'm just saying, if you're gonna like, it's like just keep it on the down low, it's like okay, bro, maybe be a little more subtle than
Yeah,
that.
be subtle. He's like, it's
But,
okay.
okay, I think it
We
is
all
worse,
do it.
So I think we're about it. I think I'm gonna do a similar thing here. So it's worse than Younglings. It's worse than Younglings. I just lost my spot.
Worse than Siege of
It's
Mandalore.
worse. I think it's worse than Younglings.
Yeah, it's worse. It's worse than Siege. It's worse than Lair.
It's better than Siege. I think it's better than Siege.
Really?
Remember, as much as we talked about Siege in a vacuum, we are still looking at it as a whole in Clone Wars.
Yeah. No, okay, you're right. It is better because it doesn't screw things up.
All right, that's our list. It's the list right there.
Low-key, to keep it looking prettier, do you want to bump the that Obi-Wan down to D tier so it fits better?
I don't feel like it is.
Yeah, that's fair. It's C tier. I just wanted it to be.
We're not bumping stuff. We're not bumping it for aesthetics.
I was gonna say business, okay? Bottom of C, top of D.
We're not bumping for aesthetics out here, all right? We're sticking by our guns. Look, here's the main thing we did. We kept S tier sacred. All right?
S tier is sacred. And
this
honestly,
is how you do S tier.
Unintentionally made S tier exclusively Domino Squad.
The only argument I would take is that could be bumped up.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Well, maybe I guess this is the discussion we need to have. Should it be bumped up?
I am gonna make the argument that it should, because that arc is awesome. For the reason because Maul is awesome, the Vizsla stuff is awesome, and what it does with Obi-Wan, cinema. It's so good.
Okay.
They show how Obi-Wan is literally like the epitome of what a Jedi is supposed to be in this arc.
Except for the fact that he forms a connection with Satine. That's like
okay.
The opposite.
Other than that, but okay, that is the one thing. But even with that and her getting murdered and all the other stuff, it's like he still stays.
I'm not saying that was. I'm not even saying that was bad. I was just saying it as a direct counter to you saying that it shows exactly what a Jedi should be. I was like,
yes, okay. Realistically, the epitome of what a Jedi should be is Plo Koon
or Yoda.
I think Plo Koon.
I don't think that disqualifies Yoda.
No, it doesn't. I'm saying like if I had to pick one person who was like that's the most Jedi.
Well, let me counter this real quick just by saying okay, but the only thing we get with Plo Koon and not the Clone Wars is him going and dying in Revenge of the Sith.
Okay,
I was going with a far broader example of like
if you want actual good Plo Koon content, you have to like read books.
Exactly. I was just going with a very a very broad character here as just like I think it's probably Yoda.
Yeah, that's right.
Except when Yoda was just like, "Oh no, I slightly lost to the most evil man on the planet. Guess I'll just
like leave forever."
I do think we bump it back down.
Sorry, going back. He didn't even like fully lose yet. He literally just got knocked down, and like they could have just continued fighting.
He didn't have his lightsaber though.
Yeah, but neither did Palpatine.
But he didn't have his jacket though.
That's true. He lost the fit. He didn't have aura anymore. He had to.
He was gonna look cringe.
It's like crap. I don't really have that shit on right now. I gotta go into hiding. That was one of the things I didn't like about Revenge of the Sith was Yoda just like not even like him going into hiding. I think is dumb.
Bro, look. Like let's just go over this real quick. Like there's a fine line in Yoda aura here, right?
That's true. That's
no
tough.
Aura right now. No, this is no aura. All of a sudden, the hair's not great. All of a sudden, there's aura.
Yeah.
And then take the jacket off.
Ooh.
And it is
the
epitome of no aura ever.
Yeah, it's like seeing an old man in long johns.
Bro, you think this guy can fight the Dark Lord of the Sith, bro? What's this weird belt strap going on here, bro? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's bad. He needs the robe. He needs the robe.
he needed the fit. That's why he did that. So we gotta be fair to him. He needed the fit.
Plus,
that's why he did.
If Palpatine had lost his, he might have a chance. But Palpatine still had it on, bro.
Kept that shit on,
Palpatine,
bro.
He was like losing parts of the fight.
For hairline, Yoda got a chance, but
that's true. Hairline for hairline's actually a battle.
This Yoda
bro.
don't got no chance. Holy.
They are both receding bad, but
we're getting a little too off topic. Let me make the argument as to why I think we should keep this where it was.
Okay.
Because I think it's all of it's really good. It's stuff that I would put up there. My main critique would be it is way too long compared to these other 3 up here are all decently long, but they're very self-contained.
It is a very long arc that relies on a lot of other lore.
You know, the only one that you could take is Domino Squad. But even to an extent, just the solo, only focus on Domino Squad arc is only like 4 episodes.
Yeah. And like each episode is basically self-contained, or like each little piece.
Conquest is basically a full season. Like
practically,
it's almost a full season. It feels like a full season.
It's a lot.
They changed the logo red. And that doesn't necessarily mean it would be a takeaway, but it does mean it. The thing that makes these S tiers is it's incredible content across all its episodes. So it has a far higher bar where everything has to be perfect, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Not perfect necessarily, but you know what I'm saying.
But like,
yes. So, and I think it doesn't reach that. I do think it's the same reason we could almost argue to bump down the Citadel is that this is damaged heavily by this one. It's damaged heavily by where'd it go? You know, the other I right here, Siege of Mandalore. It's damaged heavily. And then on top of that, the false flag thing is just almost too stupid.
That is true.
Almost too stupid.
I remember that. I remember we had that, like, we were talking about it a while ago, and we were like, dude, this is like if Osama bin Laden, like, took down a terrorist group, and yeah.
Well, it's not a terrorist group. It's like there was a cartel that, like.
Yeah, it's like if Osama bin Laden took out the cartel and then became president of the United States.
Maybe we should be a bit more fair. Maybe we should be a bit more fair. There's just like if there's a gang of school shooters constantly going around shooting up schools, and Al Qaeda came and took them down.
Yeah.
And
well, it's like Al Qaeda and other terrorists partnered all together with like
no.
Saddam.
This is like the no. This is like the other terrorists all did it, and then Al Qaeda was the ones who took them down. So ISIS teamed up with the Taliban and Al Qaeda behind the scenes. But you don't know they're behind the scenes.
That's true.
So
it's like they recruited all of the other terrorists to do it. And then
Trump comes out and is like, Al Qaeda sucks. And then the people are like, America, Al
Qaeda.
Osama bin Laden walks out on like the like balcony of the White House and he like is like, yes,
yes, I'm president.
This is what we wanted. All right, now arrest everybody.
That is basically.
I challenge you to a duel.
That's fair.
There's so much awesome stuff in this, but I would take it down because yes, it's damaged by season 7, but that's not enough because that's why we took the Citadel down. So I would also add in that false flag is just a little too much that happens way too fast.
I can agree with that.
So I would bump it back to here. So Umbara, we feel best arc, right? I think that was the expectation.
Yeah,
sure, from both of us coming in.
We knew that before.
Domino Squad, second best arc. Probably, I'd argue the best part of Clone Wars, as you can tell, based on just
it's the best single piece.
And the Citadel, it's also part of Domino Squad, a big part of it.
Yeah. I think Domino Squad, I think, is just like the most Clone Wars to ever Clone Wars.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I think this is all good order. This is obviously what makes Cad Bane Cad Bane.
Mm-hmm.
Lightsaber Lost is, I think, the best example of it's a solid story, but the lesson in it is really it's a good job of teaching a lesson. It's very Clone Wars in and of itself. Like
yes, same with Ambush.
Same with Ambush, but it's slightly worse. Battle of Mon Cala is just a really good war.
Really cool Star Wars battle.
Vibes Conspiracy could be interesting. It's just there's too much that's kind of going on that drags it down.
Yeah.
But Domino Squad really drags it up.
The episode doesn't have enough implication on other things. Like after the arc, it's just over.
Like if it's Mortis if it had characters we really liked and had slightly more better tie-in elements.
Yeah. Yes.
Again, in Star Wars, it had to be with Mortis because it's literally just the most implicative, the most insane important thing happens,
and then it just doesn't affect anything else.
Yeah, and then Rescue Deserter is same tier as these. You know, Brain Invaders as an episode's very good. The rest of it is not quite solid enough to bump it up to A, so it stays there. All of these are similar things where the arc all over itself is very decent. It's very B tier. It's very B tier.
It's like
arc.
solid.
It just
and then there's some bad parts, some really good parts.
It's not. There's a lot of amazing parts that gets it up to A with a little bit of bad parts.
It's just most of it is solid.
I would say Framed is the weakest, but I think overall it is still good.
Yeah.
And if Season 7 didn't exist and we were doing full Star Wars, I think it deserved a spot bumped up, but it doesn't.
I agree.
And Season 7 doesn't exist. Younglings, this is where we get to. There was one episode that was amazing or really good, and the rest was like, it was all right. And that's where Younglings would go lower with the rest of them being pretty rough. But honestly, the one episode that is amazing, which I agree, and I'm pretty sure you agree with me, is that the crystal episode where they're getting their kyber crystals.
Yeah, that and then the moment where they're building their lightsabers are like the coolest parts.
Yeah, but that's just one scene.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that episode is the best, and then that one other scene is like what I remember.
Yeah, Bad Batch. I think it was a kind of interesting concept, but I just think as you
the stuff that comes in because of that episode
it really does
it.
Put in perspective how much Season 7 is just kind of whatever. Like, there's that one shot at the end, like kind of just brainwashing.
It has so many moments, but it doesn't have so many good episodes.
I mean, it's at best C tier, just because boom,
yeah,
and F tier.
The moments are like high, but overall it's
yeah. So that's the trend with the C tier, is that there's one episode that's really solid, but the rest of it's just not good enough. And then we just get into outside of Mortis, all of these are outside of Mortis, D Squad, and Zilbeast. All of these are Ahsoka solo arcs or Padme solo arcs that are just awful.
Yeah.
Because they're either early Ahsoka, or the Padme stuff is just a little weird, or the Padme stuff is decent, like in Senate Murders, but it's just not good enough.
It's not
the supporting cast isn't very solid.
Yeah.
Cloak of Darkness is just kind of a whatever episode, so that goes there. Mortis, I would have an F tier. Jake, you basically ranked it here, but
just because it has a cool moment,
and they can get away with it in Clone Wars. They can't get away with it in Star Wars.
Yes.
All Star Wars considered, this is close to bottom of that tier.
Yeah.
I know there's big Mortis fans out there, so. All right, and then Blue Shadow Virus, Jake just didn't.
There's also people that like the Mortis lore, not the episode, but like the Mortis lore itself, like the father, the son, the daughter, and then the mother, who's Abeloth, which is like a whole other thing that's really crazy. You have to do a lot of hyper focused lore. That stuff is cool, but not how they did it. It shouldn't have ever been in Clone Wars. It's a cool thing, but it never should have been a part of this.
Blue Shadow Virus, I would argue, is one of the better, and maybe I feel like this was one that we would maybe move around if we rewatched and came back. You just don't remember it enough, and I can't remember it strongly enough to like be able. I know it happened, so we can't put it in don't remember.
Yeah,
like, I wouldn't be able to try to convince you it's higher. Mandalore Corruption, it's just a weak Padme arc. D Squad, this would probably be the one we get the most heat for. If you feel like this, it's like, how could you put an F tier? Go rewatch it. It's not good.
It's like rewatch it.
Rewatch it and don't watch the last episode.
Yeah, or rewatch it and pretend you're not waiting for Gregor to come out.
Yes, exactly. Rewatch it and tell me you're just enthralled by the story and it's not because of Gregor.
Yeah, cut it when you see Gregor.
Too insane. The concept of Zilla Beast is too nuts.
There's some really cool parts of Zilla Beast, but it's ridiculous.
This might be one that we could change around if we rewatch. To me, just the concept of putting a Zilla Beast on Coruscant's insane.
ridiculous.
Let's
It's
run
like,
our nuclear test site in the middle of
it's like,
Manhattan.
we need it for scientific purposes. Put it on a random moon then. Like,
Alright, Duel of the Droids. This is early Ahsoka, and Jake reminded me of Goldie. Goldie's great.
Goldie's
Like,
Goldie's a good droid. You just have to give him time.
yeah, and then rescuing Rada, just
So
awful
bad.
early Ahsoka days.
So bad.
Martez Sisters was so okay. Look, it's bad.
It's the worst thing.
It needs to go up. It needs to go above. It needs to go above. It needs to go above. Ahsoka is a better enough character that it needs to go above. No, it can't go above both of them. It's Rada's so bad, dude. I don't know. I think we should keep it here. I think once we revisit, it might. I think it could go all the way up to here.
It could move. It could move.
I just think we remember it as it interrupted we were back in Clone Wars mode.
And then I was like,
Exactly.
This is
I
terrible.
think if we rewatch, I do think there's a high chance it could jump all the way, could make the drastic climb up to here.
I think there's like a good chance it jumps Rada, and then there's a decent chance it jumps Battle of the Droids. But Duel of the Droids, I feel like there was a bit in there where there was like watchable stuff, whereas the Martez arc, there wasn't a single moment where I was like, yeah, this is good.
All right. Bounty Hunters, vaguely remember, but not enough to rank.
I just remember the part of like the cover guy like sliding down like an ice hill on his hat.
Yeah,
and that was tough.
We don't know Clovis returns enough. I kind of remember it not enough. We don't know Ahsoka lost enough, kind of, just not enough. I don't remember Nomad Droids at all. Don't remember Sphere of Influence at all. Don't remember the Disappeared at all. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's the Clone Wars tier list. So yeah, I think we did pretty good here. I think there's any last minute changes you want to make. I think we got it.
I think this is a good
this
list.
is the correct list. This
I
is
think
the correct list.
Yeah, this is.
If you disagree, you're a terrorist.
This is subjectively correct.
No, this is objectively correct.
That's true.
We're
It's
changing the
objective.
name of the show. If you disagree with our takes, you're wrong.
That's true.
And you love Zack Snyder.
And James Gunn. You love both of them.
You're a Snyder bro. If you disagree with us, you're a Snyder bro. You're a Snyder bro and a grifter. If you disagree. So, all right, let's wrap this up. I gotta go watch my Dodgers win game 5 of the World Series.
Heck yeah. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys. Actually, this is your show. You can close us out.
Thank you for watching. Check our links out down below. This has been the Star Wars tier list. We will revisit this at some point in the future. We're working on. We're gonna decide a date to do our Marvel tier list that we lock in and actually do it. Or ranking. We're doing rankings for Marvel, and those
we're doing
will be
like
individual.
every
rankings.
project. Yeah, that won't be like a tier list, S tier. That'll be like
individually, and we're
1 through. Yeah.
We're gonna reveal it to each other, and then we'll have some debates, maybe some conversation. We'll see.
And
that's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that one.
I'm very much looking forward to that one. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be a lot of work, but it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's gonna take a while, but it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right. You can check our links out down below. Jake says he's having a video coming out. I'm gonna try to work on a video this weekend, but I won't have to deal with Gun Bros until Supergirl or Lanterns, because it's the last thing that's gonna piss him off. So. That guy, just a real quick update from last week. The guy actually dropped a new comment on my video. Did not reply to my comment, so that should answer you. And the comment he dropped made no sense. So we can move on. We'll never talk about that guy again unless he decides to write essays on my.
Unless he comes back, he could find my stuff. Technically speaking.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for watching.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Next time.